again, this is one of the first time we're seeing all these regions come together, and we still haven't seen EU versus America or Japan.
Yeah.
We still haven't seen Korea, you know, so I can't 100% call that, but god damn is he good.
It's crazy. This is a person that the first full, large-scale offline Grand Blue event, flying all the way here to make a statement. They love this game, and you can tell. But Taiga is always in there, too, representing this game online, constantly entering all these online tournaments, always with just great results with that Percival and Lancelot. Let's start top 8. We're beginning now. Taiga and Ren. Charlotta versus Percival. Here we go.
What a way to start. Taking away 30 your life at round start on one single anti-air. Now Taiga plays 2 characters, plays both Lancelot and Percival. Decided that Percival is the pick here, and Taiga is very prolific with both characters, right? Is super, super good at both. Now that DP in the middle of the screen, that was an input error. It was probably trying to fireball, you know, trying to make sure that he was able to stop the Honda hands, if you're familiar with Street Fighter. Charlotta's basically got the same thing. She's a cross between Akuma, Honda, and Blanca, honestly.
Yeah, a lot of fun little things, and it's such a tiny package. Always such a threat because you never know when she's going to pop off. There's a big throw, taking the life lead. Ren with the cross-up, connects, but drops the combo. Taiga picks it up, gets the life lead back, gets some stocks. You see that gauge right under the health bar of Percival. Stocks up the flames to power up the special moves, but now on defense here.
Oh no, caught him! Oh my goodness, baited the throw up from Taiga. Was able to get the universal overhead. That is one of the best starters for every character in the game. It is universal. Everybody's got it like Third Strike, but it does way more on counter hit than in Third Strike, let me tell you.
It is nuts. You get the full scale damage there. And that was the first universal overhead that we've seen come out, so that's already setting the pace. And there's a layer 1 thing.
Yes.
But it's super important because you see what opens up when it connects counter hit.
Yeah, you might be, like, Ren might be able to start getting a bunch of throws out of nowhere because maybe Taiga's worried about, but the one thing that Taiga is not worried about is these jumps. Been anti-airing on point a lot so far. Again!
100%.
Oh, missed
no.
the command grab just a hair too early. Super unfortunate, and Ren didn't react, so would have connected, but I mean, hey, now this is the time where Ren is super strong. We saw in the 10v10 that Ren was able to make a complete comeback. The jump U is a double overhead right there. So, big damage, and now you got to deal with the set play on the Demon Flip. Oh, the shimmy right there!
That was so beautiful with the full punish into Skybound art. I love the feint on the safe jump and just like taking those 2 steps back. That patience of like, I don't know if you're going to uppercut, if you're going to commit to anything, but whatever it is, I will react and get that full scale punish. Ren with the beautiful play and choosing different options each time. There's been the mix of the universal overhead you saw once, but it paid off well. The one time they're using the jump U to go for the mix-up, it worked. The first time it comes out, then it works. And the first time we go for the walk back, it works. So choosing those options beautifully.
Yeah, no, I mean, every single one of the starting options is now going to put another thing on the mental stack for Taiga when he gets put into block stun. So Ren is going to be sitting pretty when he actually gets him there because now he can do so many things. He can represent so many other things. Great reaction on the jumping.
Oh, and there's that pressure. Just finds a hit, but just content on getting the grab. Finds another giant hit off the EX flip.
Yeah, the combo limit right there to be able to get the knockdown. Okay. Yeah, not plus. You get a straight punish when they're that high up, right? And Percival's a tall boy, so he actually blocks it a little bit earlier than other characters. So, I mean, it may even be easier for Percival to punish on average. I would assume Basaraga probably is the easiest.
Okay, but still Red, with all the screen space, with a huge life lead here, can just take their time, react to anything because they have the Skybound art. So it's on Taiga. Go clash.
What a confirm off the clash too. Ren completely ready. You know, may not have been a reaction. Maybe just was like, all right, I know what I should do here. Because during clash confirms, a lot of people try to keep clashing until they can get an invincible move out, right? Ren, that could have been one such case.
Okay, nice. Wake up reversal. Taiga trying to find a little bit of steam here. This is 2 out of 3. So we are on the last legs for Taiga, who has to win 4 rounds straight if he wants to at least keep this, make it all the way through. And uppercut with the block.
No, yeah.
This is going to be huge.
There's no Skybound art, so it's not like it's huge damage to start. Yeah, at least gets another chance coming back, and I love that. Taiga was not deterred from using the Dragon Punch there to be able to get away. Can't punish the EX, but you do get your turn back. Okay.
Well started. I like that jump to bait out a reaction, but Taiga still defending. Has to be careful here. Any hit from Ren can finish this round and put Ren into the winner's finals. How does Taiga has to find his way out of the corner?
Oh, there's a 2-8. That's so much damage too. Gonna go for the 5H, trying to get the plus frames, but beautiful reaction from Ren to stop it. It's only +2, but you do not want to let Percival be +2 in your face.
And now we're sitting here. It's scary. Taiga can't really commit to any kind of fireballs. Anything. Punish on the anti-air whiff, but no death here. But now this is all Ren. Taiga has to find a clean confirm in the Super Skybound art to at least tie up the round, but okay, plus frames.
Hex seal!
That should do.
Oh my
pretty
goodness,
close.
that was such a clutch command grab. Yeah, it will be close. Not going to do it because, no, you could not do Super Skybound art off that. You had to do regular Skybound art.
Oh, it's a punish. Gonna
So
come
noble.
down.
No, got it just in time. Luckily, Ren was a hair too slow on the draw. Is looking like you're going to be in chip guts here pretty soon. And there it is! Caught the blockable right there. Taiga staying alive, but he's not out of the woods yet.
With pixels to spare, Taiga keeping the hopes alive, trying to tie up this set. Ren with some great reactions, but they weren't enough. Taiga's spacing so perfect here. But now, Ren going on offense, trying to push Taiga into the corner.
Oh, but yeah, Lord Strike directly after the far M. And yeah, the Ren trying to punish the Trauma Rai charge, but didn't actually get it. You know, Trauma Rai, it goes so quickly, but beautiful mash out on that. You know, Taiga has been very pensive and patient. Hasn't really been doing any Abare, like not pressing buttons on offense, or on defense. But now, plus the anti-airs, Taiga is going for it!
Skybound Dart's gonna tie up the set here. Taiga with the perfect Abare. Yeah, right.
Yeah, let's go! Yeah!
That offline energy. We've missed it. You can't get those crowd cheers online. We're seeing the folks in the crowd just ready and raring to see Taiga take this and make it there.
I mean, all these people have been watching Taiga online for so long, you know, doing work, winning tournaments and stuff. And normally you would be the bad guy because everybody's used to you winning tournaments. But when you anti-air like that, everybody's got to respect it, right?
Yeah. Ren just committing to these jumps. They've worked out so well, but as long as Taiga can keep the potato in check, it's going to be huge for them. Big jump in again. There's a grab. Nice tech. Still, Ren's advantage. Nice buttons there to stop the pressure in that gap plus range. But the disrespect reversal, I like that. Have to challenge.
Yeah, especially after last time, right? That command grab was too much. Going to be able to get a big hit close enough to the wall. Yes, going to be able to fully convert into Super Skybound Art. Show him how noble you are.
Noble Executioner! Bam! Put a pose on him. Ren back on match point. Huge confirm there for the win without basically only just enough life to be in SSA range.
Yeah.
So without that, wouldn't have been enough damage. So now Ren just counting the lucky stars. Another bad jump, but no counter hit.
Yeah, I gotta be real. Ren is really, really strong at recognizing the screen positioning. Beautiful reaction with the Dragon Punch. Yeah. Okay, so Ren is starting to try and attempt to bait the anti-airs out from Taiga, right? Yeah, just barely jumping in the spots where anti-air is just a bit too far away. But, I mean, hey, eventually you're gonna be playing with a little bit too much fire versus Percival.
I like it. That's why, like, Ren is not committing to big buttons on the jump. Not trying to get counter hit.
Oh,
Nice
what a spot dodge. Yeah.
That's one of the answers to the sword swings. Big jump again.
Wow,
Nice
no
block from
anti-air
Ren.
for once. Yeah, that's
Oh, counter hit. That was a great meaty there from Ren. Gonna get the hard knockdown here.
does not want to use Skybound Art yet just because you need that for the checkmate, right? Oh, faked the double overhead setup on that one, but it looks like Taiga was ready for it this time. Oh,
the
goodness!
clash.
Oh, and then it
The clash.
confirmed! That's, oh, it's not gonna connect! And that's not gonna connect either, unfortunately for Taiga. Picked the wrong option on confirm, and Ren capitalizing perfectly.
Oh my goodness.
Ren's been fighting for his life out here, and you could see it on his face. He's like, oh God, I lost that game. I know I did.
No, 100%. Like, it was such a beautiful, the second time we've seen it, the hit after the clash. But just if he went for the Skybound Art, not the Super Skybound Art, that would have been it. But Super Skybound Art, just if you're not close enough for the pillar to come down and get that hit. So Taiga was so, I think it was just that little scramble at the end because you're like, this is a chance. But then whatever flub that happened, unfortunate, with the missed punish, and it's so weird. But that's the tension of these like events. That's the tension of a set like that that could have gone either way. That everyone, as clean as they can play, mistakes happen.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we saw it from the both of them, right? Like, where Taiga was, like, incredibly on point with the anti-air, you eventually ran into that situation where it was just so tense.
Yeah.
Where, like, okay, if I just get this one punish on the SSBA, I'm going to be able to win the game. I'll have another chance at life in game 3, right? And the problem is that goes through your mind and your hands are starting to jitter. And, yeah, I mean, the offline events are Something else. They're a different breed for sure.
Yeah, 100%. It's so, but you know, Tega still got that losers bracket ride
Absolutely.
to make it through. So you know, shake it off, keep it going. So we're gonna move on to our next battle for top 8 winners here, as Gandito de Puerto Rico, representing Florida as well, representing Los Viejos, the old men, coming in full force. We still got it. We still got those moves going up against another of the finest fighting game players of the current generation, Diaphone.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, it's actually old school, like, finest fighting game players versus new school fighting game, because, like, you know, Gandito was one of the old Tekken heads that was, like, real strong at Tekken, right? A lot of people forget that Gandito is not just like, oh, hey, I'm just some new Grand Blue versus blood. Like, if you've been around, you know who I am.
No,
and then Diaphone, yeah, exactly like you're talking about, new blood. You know, I first saw Diaphone in BB Tag, right? Around the start of BB Tag's lifespan, has gone through Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, has also gone through GG Strive at this point. Like, things are really picking up for Diaphone, and I mean, making it top 8 winners despite playing so many games at this point.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
In 2 games here at CEO, top 8 of both Strive and Grand Blue. How does he do it? Just a monster. But Gandito is a 1-game warrior. You know, GBVS is his baby. Putting so much time here into that game and never going away from Zeta. Since the beginning on this character, one of the best Zetas in the world. And Diaphone, Zoe, really fun to see that character being the main representative of her, but also known for picking around the cast at least early on as they were coming out.
Yeah.
But has fully committed to the Zoe, especially because that's just been his bread and butter through and through, and that's going to make for one exciting match as we see both of these just really prolific and like characters that really get a good representation of this game, because you have like Zeta with the really flashy combos, the really strong pressure, and then you have the same from Zoe. Both these characters thrive off this pressure, off knockdowns.
Yes,
That can be so difficult to deal with, where you have Zoe with her dragon assists, where she's up with these really tricky meaties, but then you have these like tricky jump-ins from Zeta, where you're gonna have to guess high-low from both of them. So we're just gonna, who gets these knockdowns, who gets to run their game plan, and basically who can oppress the other, because they don't want to play no fair neutral.
Yeah.
They're not here to play honest footsies. We're here to get mixed, and just all around blended.
Yeah, no, most definitely. I mean, like, especially with Gandito, I actually got to sit down, watch him in training mode for a bit. Obviously, training mode versus Zoe specifically, because, you know, you got to get rid of the character that you're about to fight in terms of hitbox, because Zeta is one of the only characters that has a fuzzy instant overhead, right, in the game. This game is very much not usually about, like, hellacious mix-up that you're used to in, say, like, Marvel or something like that, right? And so, but Zeta does actually have something that is legitimately, you better have been blocking it correctly before I even did it, otherwise you're boned, right? And so Gandito has also recently found a way, as of this tournament, to make that instant overhead fuzzy do more damage than it did previously. So he found a way to make Skybound art after the instant overhead do animation, which gives you 1,000 more damage, which is like 10% in this game, right? So it's going to be heavy if he's able to connect it, but the problem is if he misses that fuzzy, he's slim pickings, right? Like, he is just out in the open. He is ready to get punished.
And if someone's going to react to that kind of whiff, that kind of block on there even, that's going to be someone like Diaphone. So let's see how this plays out. Which one of these two amazing players will meet Ren in winners finals here? Skyfarers, hold on to your seats, because this is going to be a match for the ages.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can't believe we already started out with, like, such a crazy match with Tega and Ren. Like, I don't know how I'm going to have, like, the heart to finish this. But, you know, here we are. We're doing it. No button checks required. Viejos, Gandito versus Diaphone.
Doing it for Puerto Rico, doing it for the old men. Already, first significant hit. Going to Gandito, finding the EX spear, putting the corner, but nice tech from Diaphone. Has to hold the pressure in the corner, but Dragon's out and makes the space.
Oh, the 2H right there. Wow, and that was like so immediate. Got hit on the overhead right now, putting Gandito in forward, using the unique just to try and keep the pressure going, but there's that Dragon Charge. Yeah, 2H of your own.
Okay, great grab. Diaphone just trying to take that advantage into spacing. Oh, but Gandito got out of the distance of the laser. Great spacing from himself, and now we just have safe pressure here. Gandito needing one hit.
What a reaction! Oh my goodness, and you know, I wouldn't really, I was gonna say, I wouldn't really call like Zoe Dragon Call to be too high of recovery, right? But I mean, Candido had the perfect timing, having the perfect timing on the thrust as well. Taking that first round, looking pretty good. Not like too in control, but never feeling like he's too worried about it.
Not at all. The old man reactions looking perfect right now for Candido.
Hey, when you're looking for one thing specifically, but that 2H unfortunately taking a while to start up on that one. They go for the mix-up. It's time. Okay. Tried to go for the shimmy on that one, but Diaphone recognizing, immediately mashing out. Got the hit. That was going to be plus frames anyway, so either way, Diaphone was good on it. But nice. Yeah, makes it so that you cannot charge the dragon.
Yeah, every time recognizing whenever Diaphone is going for that, just trying to take advantage of it. Great anti-air.
Oh, big drop.
Ooh, Beta Times punished there from Diaphone, taking a small life lead, but the reaction, they're getting out of it with the super, blowing through the mix. That was so crazy. Candido on point in every little aspect, even on just like blowing up pressure.
I mean, yeah, just really trying to use these charges, but there's the 2M on the run-up. Remember, in this game, there's dash recovery. You have to cancel it into spot dodge, roll, or a button. You do not have a choice. You cannot block immediately, right?
Exactly. I think the amount of checks, the amount of just like, I'm going to take my turn back, you have that going on, but always just like stealing the turn back. Candido's been immaculate on that. That's been probably the biggest factor so far in this set. Let's see if Diaphone can kind of prevent those turns from being stolen, but again, you see him trying to put that advantage, but Candido calls it out.
Yeah, that's one of the great things about playing a character with armor is that you steal turns all the time, right? So, I mean, Candido is just playing to the character's strengths when stealing turns at this point. And okay, so one mix-up after this, that's going to be a bit weird to deal with. Could be the fuzzy even. Nope, just going to go for double overhead.
Classic Zeta pressure. Every time you're scoring that knockdown off the EX, you're going to do that jump unique.
Yeah.
Get the pogo. She can do up to 3 times, but she can always cancel into a jump heavy or just a jump attack to keep the overheads flowing and keep you under that pressure.
Yeah, it's like each pogo is a mid, but the problem is that she cannot do the next pogo and then go low, or she cannot do the next pogo and go high. Same timing. So you just really got to deal with it.
Pogo up, nice blocks from Diaphone, but in this corner here, it's going to be scary. Busts out with the Dragon Call, but
oh, I love that. Yeah, not actually using the Dragon Laser, just instead using the Dragon as a hitbox, right? You may take a little bit of extra Dragon meter away from yourself, but what's really important is just the fact that you stopped your opponent from doing something. Okay, Rhapsody. Yeah.
Nice anti-air, and gets a full punish on there. Good damage too, get the knockdown. What's the setup here? Doesn't have a Dragon available.
Oh, with the
my
5H.
God.
Yeah, I mean, Candido was not ready for it though.
Nice cross up, good blocking the cross up. Diaphone on his last legs here. This might be 4 straight for Candido, but the counter hit doesn't get
big drop though. Yeah, no micro dash, or well, maybe too micro of a dash from Diaphone, to be honest. Was unable to get the Super Skybound art after it. I believe that would have killed. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't have.
And now the scary part, next hit wins for Candido. Any hit will go into Skybound art and finish the job. A little bit harder for Diaphone to score that hit to steal it, so we'll see how it plays out.
I do love that Diaphone did not try to go too far past the lasers, right? Use the laser as a wall, but okay, here we go. Mix up. Nice block on the low, and there is the dive. Diaphone is unfortunately going to losers, but Candido, oh my God, yelling Florida.
Doing it
Not
for
Puerto Rico.
doing it for Puerto Rico, doing it for all the old men, and just you feel that passion brimming. You know, when you pop off at home off an online event, no one sees it. You're popping off to your stream. You might be having like your sisters, your brothers, your mom and dad like quiet down. We're trying to watch TV. But no, here everyone's embracing that, and that's the part of offline that I miss so much. Seeing people embrace the crowd and just like the feeling of making it big on the stage here. Great stuff to Candido, who meets Ren in winners finals.
Yeah, so I mean, this is one of the matches we were looking for. A lot of people, their fantasy brackets were looking at Zombie, Ren, and Candido, right? A lot of people are looking at these 3. We see Ren and Candido up in that winners finals. This is the first time we're going to see one of America's best, maybe America's best, versus, you know, one of Japan's best, right? Like, but we have some time before that, right? We gotta chill because we have to go a bit through losers at this point, right? Winners finals is not yet. I don't think my heart's ready for it in the first place. Zombie has designated me his coach, despite the fact that I'm on commentary right now again. I guess I gotta give him like hugs from over here. Zombie! Zombie!
He's not going to hear you.
Jeff! All right, never
That's
mind.
right. You tried.
Yeah, I gotta give him hugs from like this far. So yeah, yesterday he designated me as the coach, and he didn't actually want any coaching. Like I would go up to him, and I'd be like getting ready to give him advice, and he's just like, a hug? Can I have a hug?
It's basically just support. You're just being there for support. You're just like a pat in the back to hype them up, get them going. And their opponent, though, Kilo, they have
Oh, my
fought
goodness.
so many times before. Kilo known to be it's basically the X factor here.
Yes.
It's like the wild card you're going to find in this bracket. Just because, like, when they go off, it is a steamroll. But Zombie is very good at just kind of holding that down, really good at controlling the pace of the match. And that's one thing you don't want to get with that you want with Kilo, is really stopping them from really turning on, because it's so hard to deal with when he's on fire. So I feel like it's going to be really good in that sense. And we're excited for how this match will play out between Gran versus Cagliostro.
Yeah, so I'm actually expecting Belial.
Okay.
I think this is a button check. I could be wrong. I'm expecting Belial from Kilo in this matchup in particular. But, okay, so it's definite button check.
Yeah.
Good on them for DCing pads. But yeah, so I got to talk about this. So Zombie was considered to be the favorite for America for this tournament because of his previous tournament results as of recent, right?
Yep.
Zombie has very specifically won the only 2 offline events recently at a major, right? But neither of those majors were as big as this.
Yeah.
Neither of those majors had the level of play being personified right now, and you can tell because Zombie's in losing bracket, right? On the other side, though, running into Kilo, whom you've probably seen in the results for a lot of Grand Blue Fantasy versus tournaments, is getting W's or always making top 8, right?
And a lot of time losing to Zombie. A lot of those matches between the two, so it's great to see now we're offline. The training weights are off, and then we're going to see how this plays out in a bit different setting. So like you said, there's the Belial not wanting to take out the Gran here. And I like that pick.
It's a hard
really
matchup.
Yeah.
I feel like Belial is Kilo's pick for when he runs into very specific matchups.
Yeah.
Right. Cagliostro is one of them. So I don't blame him. You know, if you haven't watched Grand Blue Fantasy Versus in a while, you're trying to you're probably wondering wait, I thought Gran was OD. What happened? He still does the same amount of damage, but his neutral game is struggling.
Yeah.
He's been changed. You know, Belial, he's a very similar character to Gran. When he first came out, we used to call him like a super Shoto, because he was just a Shoto character, but everything was like dialed up to 11, right? Like,
What if Ryu can like throw a Hadouken and then tell the Hadouken to stop?
yeah,
What if he
not
just
just tell the Hadouken to stop, but also have the Hadouken create a bigger hitbox after it stops, right? Like, and
black
one that
hole.
persists.
Sits
Yeah.
there. What if Ryu was the character that had the anti-fireball moves and just everything here? So we'll see how it goes here as Kilo coming through versus Zombie. It's going to be fun in this set. And now he's going to play the spacing at the start. And the first rundown, though, comes to Zombie. Now he gets to set the trap.
Yeah, so those spikes are really, really strong as an anti-zoning tool, right? And Belial has the best fireball in the game, bar none. There's no exceptions, right? And so because of that, it's really hard for a lot of characters to deal with it. But Cagliostro has one of the best tools for it, which is that spike. Now, what Kilo does versus these webs that are on the ground is a very important thing to note, because that is either going to give Zombie information that he can just kind of do stuff with impunity, but what a reaction with the Skybound Art and the Fireball!
That's been something that Zombie's been super clean at. Just always calling out people who are trying to just out-zone him. So now gets a hit,
Oh,
gets a
drop.
combo, but it's still pressured.
Okay.
Kilo now going in. But nice challenge there from Zombie. Beautifully done.
Yeah, I want to say that was probably a fuzzy match from Zombie. You know, he's a big proponent of that stuff. And I mean, if you don't have enough room to walk forward, like, I mean, if you do have enough room to walk forward, there's very little reason not to do it.
Yep. Zombie's always strongest trait. It's going to be that defense. Very hard to open up in a lot of senses. Kilo getting some good throws, getting some good pressure here, but Zombie is patient, if anything.
Yeah, I think Kilo is actually showing the checks that Zombie has a lot of trouble with. So like while Zombie's defense is incredibly strong, and a lot of times Kilo specifically is using sweep on situations where Zombie might walk back, because Zombie loves to walk back because he's stand blocking, right? And you just kind of mix up those throws. You haven't gone for universal overhead yet, right? So with all these throws happening, universal overhead is now on the table.
Yeah.
He's doing very, very delayed 3Ms. I feel like Kilo really went in with a game plan on the guard strings here.
Yeah, I mean, you can't ask for a better 2M.
Oh, yeah,
when
yeah.
you come in this character even, so it's like plus on block. It's such a good low, and you're moving in. Nice teleport out of the corner, gets the grab into the trap. It's gonna get that nice knockdown. And now we're just gonna see this pressure from Zombie cast a lot of damage, keeping Kilo in the corner.
That was a really good crossover to be able to get past all the anti-air. Unfortunately, did not get the hit of Asago. So, but still, like you said earlier, it's still pressure. You still put Zombie in the corner. This is great for Kilo. Gotta look at the teleport. Also,
Yeah, like that. Jumps in. Nice. I love the doing the dodge as well. When doing pressure,
Oh!
anti-air, gonna cash out.
Too far though.
Too far.
Oh
Punish.
no, that's huge damage. Great punish from Zombie. I mean, if you don't survive, it'll be a pixel, right? Yeah, I was pretty sure. I mean, if you do survive, it'll be a pixel. Sorry, but you're not gonna survive. Is what I meant to say.
And
So
that's gotta hurt. It was such a beautiful punish on the air teleport. And just big potential for Kilo, but just that whiffing like that and giving Zombie all the time in the world to get such a huge punish. You know, making his own trophy, you know, with Cagliostro, putting up all the gold. And now here comes Zombie running that momentum.
Yeah, I gotta imagine he probably want a micro dash before that 5H, before the Skybound, right? But I guess, you know, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. Regardless, not gonna matter. Kilo, gotta brush it off, gotta put that pressure. He's been so good with these throws. These throws are just in such a weird timing that Zombie is not reacting to them whatsoever.
Oh, Spike's immediate run-up teleport. I like to saw the window. Oh, he finally not pressing. Gonna take this chance to get out. Still with the advantage here. The Zombie just needs one clean hit. Can probably finish this. And put in the space, but now it's on Kilo to finally navigate this.
Yeah, and that's why you see Kilo kind of just taking a walk, right? You're not running. You're slowing it down. You're waiting. If you do run, you're not trying to run for too long because of that right there, the spike.
Yeah.
Now, the spike is off the table, but the problem is you're running in front of a web, plus Cagliostro being able to do whatever she wants. And that's what I mean by that's a determining factor of how you fight Cagliostro. What you do there determines whether or not you can stop her. Because if you can't deal with those webs, if you can't deal with the rocks, you're going to explode. So right there coming into it. Oh, got around the throw this time with the teleport. Gonna lose the corner, but I mean, you got your damage, right?
Yeah, that's huge. Setting a tone there. It's a hard call out, so it's going to make Kilo kind of maybe have to just not so rely on these grabs, but nice answer.
Yeah.
Because it looks like Zombie trying to go for that same air teleport. Good call out, good adjustment, and good damage.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're 100% correct. Like, the fact that close down came up was an exact call out on exactly what you're talking about, right? Was trying to get away from the throw. And again, Zombie probably looking for the fuzzy match on that one, getting at the throw, so has not gone for throw after teleport yet. So now that's on the table again.
Nice punish, Saw. Knew he was going to get rid of the trap. Getting the 2D, and then the far heavy.
Oh my goodness.
Coming right out immediately. That button is like the defining trait of Belial.
Yeah.
That is one of the strongest buttons in the game. Bar none. And that keeps Kilo alive here.
That had to have caught a jump, I feel like, right? That had to have caught a jump because, like, Zombie normally walks back in that situation, probably trying to jump, but now it's got the hit.
That's big damage. Gonna let him fall into the pressure. Teleport into the throw. There's the mix. One more hit from Zombie. Can they find it to finish it off?
Oh,
with the
got
trap?
the
That's
help.
gonna do it.
And Zombie is got the pressure going. So hard to deal with Cagliostro stuff on average if you're not able to find a point to stop the webs, right? But the problem is Zombie puts up the webs and then he protects the web. You try to hit the webs and then he's like, okay, no, I'm just going to 2U you, I'm going to 5H, I'm going to far medium, etc., right?
Everything there.
And the timings on it were basically immaculate, right? And so, yeah. I mean, Kilo, unfortunately, was unable to make it happen, but made it to top 8 here at pretty much the most stacked Grand Blue Fantasy Versus tournament in America.
Yeah.
I mean,
For 2021, you can't ask for a better way of sending off Grand Blue Fantasy Versus into the next year with an event of this scale with all of the best players from North America congregating. And that just makes, to me, it shows how bright the future is going to be for the game because next month we have Frosty Faustings. You saw Zombie's shirt. you know, the Grand Blue Fantasy Versus players are only going to want more, and they're going to come out in full force for Frosties as well and keep this going because they've waited for so long. You know, the story of Grand Blue is honestly a tragic one for me.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. Yeah,
It
I
is a
agree.
game that came out right before things really took a turn for the worst. The community was really revving up. The game was being showcased early on. There were some small events propping up as everyone was getting used to it. And then 2020 happened. And then all the steam was kind of taken out of Grand Blue sales. No pun intended. This Grand Cypher had to be sat down
Yeah.
for a spell just as it was taking off.
Yeah, no, it's super unfortunate that COVID was. At the time, it was. You know, there was a lot of hopes for it. Cygames was already talking about how much support that they wanted to put in for the game and whatnot. And you know, honestly, despite what COVID has done, they still are. Right? We had 2 seasons. We've had 2 seasons at this point, and they announced a new character without another season, and we just didn't know this character was going to exist.
Yeah.
Like at all.
Big fan favorite coming out, you know, very soon. But that's the big thing to me is like what all the trials, there's the tribulations. There is
Yes.
the beauty that comes, you know, at the end of everything as people grow stronger together, trying to surmount all of that had happened. Because you see something like this, basically over a year in the making, as the community has grown, as the game's evolved, as people have been preaching high about how beautiful a game Grand Blue Fantasy Versus is. So through whatever happens, all that's in the past because we are here now.
Yes, absolutely. And I mean, you're talking about the trials, having the tribulations on the side of it, you know, and I mean, most of the people that made Top 48 were people that were in the PC Discord for the game,
Yeah.
right? Most of the people that were in the Top 48 have been doing nothing but grinding because all these players have been grinding this entire time.
Yeah.
You know, there's not been a moment where they've delayed.
Yeah.
There's not been a moment where they've given up. They've just been playing, and they love the game.
And we have a lot of amazing online events to thank for.
Absolutely.
Folks like the Waifu Dome and BG Callisto.
Yes.
Running this game so often, giving a place for people to compete.
To this day.
Spooky
To
and
this-
NLBC doing a lot of events and having all these characters being showcased and having the East Coast really flourish on there.
Yes.
And as well as Ronin Rumble.
Correct.
Having events on East and West, fostering these players, giving them a playing ground. I know these events don't occur anymore, but they really were an integral part of keeping Grand Blue Fantasy Versus going, and the community really helped bring that community even together. So thank you everyone who ran events, who are out there, who made Grand Blue Fantasy Versus have a home.
Yeah, to be honest with you, there's so many you can't even name them all because
Exactly.
like the Grand Blue used to have an event pretty much every day, and it wasn't just an event every single day online.
Yeah.
It was also multiple events every single day online for a long time. But anyway, I mean, these are 2 of the people that have been just going ham at ensuring that they've been training in some of those events, right? We see Shuabu right there on the 6th, and we see Ed Gone Bad on the Matera. Ed Gone Bad has shown another level of Matera play that most people just aren't even close to coming to, right? There's obviously some other really, really strong Materas. They're not at this event, but Ed Gone Bad was one of the people that basically made Ren sweat, right? Ren almost didn't make top 8 winners because of this player right here.
Yeah, the way Edgar Bad's been playing has been just out of this world. The sole Matera representative here in top 8. And again, we didn't touch on this, but the character variety has been nothing short of amazing. We've only seen unique characters the entire way through.
Yes.
And we're keeping that going with the latest DLC character, Shuabu, and then even Matera, who started out as a launch character.
Yes.
The army might not be as big and as strong as it was, but Edgar Bad's taking them all on his shoulders and doing it for the Materas.
Yeah, and I mean, Shubu is normally, you know, Soares right before this, right? But there's no reason to play 6. I mean, there's no reason to play Soares over 6 in this matchup, right? So, but okay, beautiful cross up on this one. You got to remember, this game does have a guard button, right?
Yeah.
So, but despite the fact of that, is there's mental stack issues and whatnot, right? Your opponent has made you think that you can't use the guard button because you don't want to press the guard button and then miss an anti-air because you need to let go of the guard button and then try it, right? That kind of stuff.
All right, this is 6's best place here. Having full advantage.
Oh, but the
by
5-8, that's gonna
Tonic,
kill!
gonna be it.
Oh, what a frame trap right there
Woohoo!
from Shuabu, and regardless of what the situation, no fear, continued on.
Beautiful, and this is where the character thrives. The pressure from Six is just insane.
Yes.
With great specials, flexibility there, just having these little Rekkas that he has different options on, and can really just keep on that pressure. So we gotta just make sure Edgar Bad just wants to control the pacing. Doesn't want to let Shuabu even get close to start running that, because that's basically any Matera. Matera just wants to have the situation with all the screen space behind him.
Tried to go for the counter on that one, but Edgon Bad had picked an option that was much, much later with the TK Air Fireball. Gonna finish it off on that one. Huge damage. One apiece, and it's close.
That's it. That's it. Because what helps so much is basically round start. It puts Matera at the range that she wants to be at to at least try to prevent Six from starting this, because it's going to be so hard. She has no reversal. She has to commit to a button press to even challenge it.
Oh, what a decision right there. Recognize the butterflies were behind him, and they could cancel into the fireball, right? And then was like, no, I'm not going to deal with that. Edgon Bad took the exact option that Shuabu was looking for, and now look at the situation. Grenade activated. Overhead, one gets blocked, but that's not the only mix-up available, and that should... Oh no, big drop! Hold on.
Go for it, plus frames. More plus frames there, but good tech there. Edgon Bad has to watch out. Edgon is good.
Wait, but it was only a 2L. It was only a 2L. Yep. No punish though!
Punish did the Rekka, did the slash, didn't go through.
Yeah, just try to get for a 5H, but the thing is Six, for all of his strengths in terms of mix-up, his buttons are stuffy as hell. 2M is his farthest reaching button, I believe.
Yeah.
So.
And now Edgon Bad putting up the wall. Finds the counter and anti-air. What's the mix? I hate saying that, but it was a good block from Shuabu no matter what. Tries to get in with the EX dive. Nice patience here from Edgon Bad. With Pixels, Chip can finish it off. Has to be careful.
Oh my goodness, Edgon Bad is just not afraid right now. Has been using just a little bit of health. Is still spacing well enough just outside of any sort of chip things. But the second he gets a knockdown, he's made sure to go in. He's made sure to try to make something happen. Now he needs to try and fight back to stop the Rekkas for the chip. And he's just one hit away on any of these special moves. Shuabu can't find the timing, and honestly, oh no. He blocked it. Okay, you're in chip range now. Nice spot dodge. And you, oh god, there's only 8 seconds left on the clock, and this one, and there it is!
Oh my god!
The spark! Oh my god! Shuabu unfortunately picking a lot of options that just forced himself into bad situation after bad situation. Maybe feeling the pressure that I need to end this right now or something when he had the life lead.
But
and
like couldn't hard commit to a lot of these this far normal into a special, because whatever gap was there, looked like Edgon Bad was ready with that Skybound art. There was meter available, any small gap in pressure, just trying to maybe just throw out the Rekka into it. Anything like that, it would have just been, curtains, because of just having all that meter there. And Shuabu just, that's been the problem of the matchup right now, is that distance that's kind of just at the range that Matera can just excel at. Shuabu just not able to navigate through once he's been pushed away.
Well, I mean, you can't let that get to you. You got to get your morale back going, otherwise Edgon Bad is going to smell blood in the water. And, I mean, if there's anybody I've felt so far that has smelt blood in the water, it's definitely Edgon Bad. I feel like he's capitalized so well off of so many different things. But, yeah, game number 2 right here. And again, it's all first to 2. Shuabu has no other choices but to make it happen. Got the frame trap on this one.
Big counter hit. That is not an overhead.
No.
But it is like slight advantage in some situations.
Yeah. It's plus on block always, but it's not enough that you should be Omega scared of it, but still you want to try to interrupt, right? Which Edgon Bad did, but probably just a bit too late.
Okay, I like that. Stopping the Rekka pressure, but even better from Edgon Bad to jump out. And now has this room here. Gets a grab. And now the game starts. Okay, off the wall. That is the anti-fireball move that Six has.
Yes.
EX wall dive, which he can cancel. Will go through any fireball.
Oh, barely got the cross up right there. Yeah, you can see, again, the mental stack. You don't want to use the guard button always because you're worried about, trying to react to stuff. And then, unfortunately, this is what happens due to it. And that should do it in the Super Skybound art. Full animation.
Full animation, too. That's going to be enough. And now, Edgon Bad, one more round away, eliminating Shuabu.
I mean, Shuabu's got to pull it all out at this point. Ed gone bad, however, you know, just sticking to the game plan, and this game plan is working very, very well. You know, has pick and choose the spots for anti-airs. Exactly, like on the Clash right there, was able to get the far L, and that like ended up beating in any class situation, almost any, I should
the
say.
punish!
Oh, but the parry?
And on the
That's
parry
the
too.
problem, is the
Beautiful.
butterflies were already there. You cannot let the counter rock. You have to go for the dash, and that was what Shuabu did previous game. Not this time, though.
One more wall that connects, gets a hard knockdown, escapes the corner, gets the counter hit confirmed into heavy slash. And now this is big for Shuabu, has to keep this going or else Ed gone bad can finish the job here. Uh-oh. EX Butterflies out, there's the space. Shuabu with resources to spare, but can he navigate through? The trade works out for Ed gone bad. One significant hit away from winning.
Yeah, I mean, Ed gone bad is just, he's even started to play around the wall dive now at this point. Oh, but the arrows did not actually connect, so Shuabu could have moved forward. There's,
Punish
wow,
on that.
didn't cancel the counter? Very surprising. Because that would have been a dash forward, but I think maybe he was worried that it would get punished, which, I mean, could be right, I could be wrong, you know. No, tried to go for a mix-up off of the Rekkas. Now, Six does not have to commit to it,
Yeah.
but you still want to try to stop Six from pressing a button there if you can. With the lead that Ed gone bad had, I feel like the risk reward is heavily in the favor of Ed gone bad for that exact reason. And so due to that fact, I mean, just press the 5L.
Yeah.
It was the correct call.
Low committal move just to throw out there because at that point it was just any little thing
Yes.
can do it through, and it was on Shuabu to really like, you got close. This is where you will shine, but at the same time it makes it so that Ed got back could pretty much do anything at that point
Absolutely.
to finish it because like you have to really try to break him down. But Ed gone bad's just defense, reactions, everything was there, and just stopping Six from just basically playing that game. So really clean from Ed gone bad, who's been playing amazing all weekend.
Just the way Ed gone bad had very specifically forced Shuabu into so many of those situations was on point, was so much stronger than most like people are able to do, right? Because it's always so hard to force somebody into, oh, like, you know, because like you think about Matera and you think about like what they want,
Yeah.
and you're trying to play around it as much as possible, but Ed gone bad, rather than just do that first, he did something to make it so that the next option was stronger. You know, whether it had been movement, whether it had been pressing a button to fake an arrow shot, et cetera, right? Just super good play all around. Got to congratulate Shuabu for making it to top 8 again. This is one of the most stacked majors.
Yep.
But that is where the tournament runs for Shuabu ends tonight.
We'll see what happens here because that leaves Zombie as the sole West Coast representative here left in this top 8.
Oh, I forgot about that. Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
it's basically the East Coast show with a little bit of Kilo kind of reps Midwest.
Yeah.
Might not be in that area anymore, but their heart is still
Well,
in the Midwest.
Midwest is Ed gone bad, right?
Okay, gone bad,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So,
404, I thought 404 was here in,
I thought it was Georgia.
yeah, which is East
Oh,
Coast.
sure. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. Yeah, I was thinking of
Geography!
I was thinking of not Chicago, but it's like to the right of it. Yeah. I don't-
Yeah, Michigan maybe?
Yeah,
It's
Michigan.
Over there, but no,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
404 is there, right
yeah,
there in
yeah,
Georgia. Yeah,
Georgia's right next to Florida. It's just right over here.
Oh,
Yeah,
you know,
sorry.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't remember things, man. I dropped out of high school. You can make fun of me all you want. I don't care.
It's, okay. It's all the knowledge of fighting games has to push some stuff out, and geography is like the first thing to go.
All right, so I got to talk about this, though.
Talk
this
about it.
was Summer Jam Grand Final. Taiga versus Zombie, and Taiga looked absolutely lost versus this character. He tried both Lancelot and Percival. However, there's been quite some time in between that. And obviously, everybody knew what CEO was going to be the second it announced that Grand Blue was going to be one of the games on the list. So I have zero doubt in my mind that Taiga sat down, asked whoever he needed to help, sat in training mode, and looked through this as much as he could.
Yep.
Zombie has had a target on his back for months at this point, right? So everybody's been looking to try to fight Cagliostro in any way, shape, or form. So regardless of Summer Jam, I am excited to see what the adaptations are presented here from Taiga.
Yeah, because I remember Zombie was just like, I am happy to be the person everyone needs to beat. I want people to figure it out and beat me as long as it's after CEO. you can get my number, you can take me to town, but do it after the first biggest event, and then, you know, man, I won't feel as bad.
That way I can OS anytime I lose that I won the biggest major, right?
So this is a crazy one here, as like two of the strongest and the biggest proponents of Grand Blue
Yeah.
facing each other off in the classic East Coast versus West Coast duel of fates in the losers bracket.
Yeah, no.
This could have easily been a match you'd see in winners finals, grand finals, what have you. Only one of these players can make top 3.
That's wild to me because these are two of the people that, like, not only are they proponents of the game, but they've just been making top 3 of almost every event they're in, right? So it's like really hard to sit down and take a look at this bracket and be like, one of these players is just done.
That's it.
Like,
they're going out of 5th. Here we go. The big match. Taiga versus Zombie. Cagliostro Master going up against the Lancelot. Let's get it.
Okay, yeah. So this is where we find out how it works. Both,
Nice.
Again, Lancelot and Percival were tried for Taiga, but it's gonna be Lancelot. This is the OG character for Taiga, I feel like.
So the start of the round was just Taiga walking forward, being patient, waiting to see any kind of button press, having a great slide, because this is another character, Lancelot, who just thrives up close there, having these safe records to put the pressure, having the turbulence mixed up, really good meetings, nice combo confirm. Because remember, Cagliostro was not really known for the reversals.
No.
Not having any options, has to make a hard call out to make some escapes. And Taiga, well aware of that.
Oh, plus on whiff right there. Taiga wanted the throw, and Zombie had read the throw going for the tech on that one. Taiga stopped a bit short, though, and that worked out for him beautifully. I gotta say, the offense from Taiga is immaculate right now. I felt like Zombie could not hang whatsoever. But there it is again, that round start that you were talking about, right? Walking forward, being just pensive enough while still maintaining a presence of offense.
But you know what? Lost half life for it. And now Zombie, with all the spacing here, has the traps available. Taiga back to being that patient. And again, every 2U is hit. The double overhead on the turbulence, connecting, big throw, and now it's all Taiga offense.
The meaty 6-6X right there. Caught the jump out, was probably trying to do jump teleport. Oh no, drop on the Southern Cross, but that's okay. You still got the pressure, right?
Okay, that's a trap. We're going to see a teleport, but again, the 2U reacting every time, but nice EX teleport in the air. It's going to find the super skybound dart. Ain't I pretty?
Put the pose on him, and that's going to kill right there. One correct decision from Zombie on being able to get out. Got the counter hit on the teleport. Might not even been a counter. I think it was just an air hit, so it was an easy juggle, right? So like 5H, super skybound dart, not any scaling on that. You're good to go. Zombie capitalizing exactly where he needs to, because again, Taiga has clearly made some study. Reacting to 5U does not seem easy to me personally. The fact that Taiga is doing it left and right, awesome.
Oh, counter hit. Big damage on there. I don't know what Taiga pressed, but is going to pay the price for it. Turbulence out.
Good block
And
on the double.
gets out of the corner with it too. Beautiful decision. Taiga who finds the counter hit. And it's going to even up the life totals with some great damage into a knockdown into the EX ball. I thought ice ball. Oh boy.
Oh yeah, caught it. Yeah, that was counter hit, so combos directly into the web. Gonna be able to get knocked down on this one, but what is afterwards? Oh, gets blocked. Skybound Art, Ouroboros. And for all of the strengths of the offense, we come back to the defense of Zombie. And defense isn't just blocking, it's also timing your way out with buttons. It is also... he is actually counting the coaching.
30 seconds, baby. You got 30 seconds they can coach you in that corner.
Oh my god, dude.
And that is a person that's having the time of their life here. They love this game so much that whatever happens, they're just enjoying themselves. And that's what I want to see. Nice challenge from Taiga off to bat. Yeah. They had some good answers, like we talked about. They were looking so much better against Cagliostro, but you know, Zombie's like, okay, I'll make those adjustments back and make it count, but what a confirm!
Yeah, got caught trying to stand block, unfortunately, right there, and that's gonna kill. That's gotta be great for Taiga's morale, right? Like, you gotta be like, okay, I can do this. Even if it's like, okay, look, you got chip range at this point. I don't know how you get out of that, right? So
unless you have that gap and you were mashing Skybound Art, it's whatever there. But that was just, how often have you seen 2U into the confirm off of the ice? Wow, what a reaction.
Okay, so we were talking about how what you do when he sets up webs is the biggest thing about trying to fight her, right? And that was an answer. And a very important one, because now it's going to sit down and make Zombie have to double think about setting up webs when he's that close.
Yeah.
Tega's reactions might not be able to be tested. Yeah, he's got the life lead. He's going to chill.
Yep, I see it. The worst that can happen is just these fireballs. You can just jump. It doesn't really matter.
Oh,
Tega
no.
goes in.
Oh, no.
Nice block, but there's a throw. He's going to combo off of the spikes. And now we see nice damage here with the knockdown. He's going to go for a safe jump.
Jump low.
Taker tried to challenge, but oh no! Looks like Zombie had a drop, and now we have a little spaghetti all across. Olive Garden with the free breadsticks. Everyone's coming for lunch.
The auto combo moved too far forward. She's going to point at the Ouroboros. Yeah, that was really unfortunate. Teika wanted that guard string, but the auto combo actually moves you forward, and pretty much every character does that, right?
Yeah.
Actually, every single character does that. So you run forward into the web, and the auto combo is already connecting on Cagliostro, so it can't hit the web.
Counter hit. No damage off there, but now
goodness.
we're seeing Teika start to run and paying the price. He was still patient early on, but now the aggression might be costing him. Getting hit by little things here and there, and that's going to finish it.
Oh,
Zombie
man.
with the challenges and takes out Tega 2-0, eliminating Tega, who goes out at 5th. Good stuff to Zombie, Cagliostro doing big, and Diaphone doing push-ups.
But why though? It's just out of nowhere.
All of a sudden, I just
Like
see Diaphone
directly
hit
in
the
front of us.
floor.
Yeah, directly in front of us. Diaphone just hit the floor. Oh, he's getting ready. He's blood pumping. He's
pumping up.
jumping around. All right, but no, I gotta be real with you.
Okay.
We gotta talk about
Hit me
Tega.
with that real talk. Go
Tega,
for it.
honestly, that was so good. Like you saw the reactions on every 5U
Yeah.
with the 2U, right? The
Yeah.
sweep
Yeah.
versus the Rock versus Dwayne Johnson. We saw the 6-6L versus the only time Zombie did webs directly in front of him in a non-block string. Tega smacked that up
That
right
was
out of
so
the air.
good.
He said no. The first time it happened, not the second time, the first, right? The only time. I feel like, I gotta be honest though, I feel like the only time I ever really felt like Tega made a gigantic mistake was when he had that life lead and he was jumping over rocks. He decided to go in.
Yeah.
And he opened up the ability for Zombie to hit that block string on the teleport, stuff like that.
'Cause, like-
But I'm sure he recognizes that at this point.
It's one of those things, yeah. Because remember, this is a game where there is instant block. It's one of those things like you see it happen, but it gives you meter, and that's really it.
That's
so
all
if
it
someone's gonna
does.
throw a projectile at you, you can just sit there, instant block it, cool. Now I'm getting the resources that if you do challenge me, I can blow it up with that. But that's that kind of like you mentioned, is what really hurt the most was just that aggression that Tega started like just trying to go in, especially in that last round, went in a bit too hard, and that it happens.
Yeah.
You're fighting, whatever goes on, goes on. I'm not in Tega's head, but
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I could just be
Still-
talking out my ass and Tega had a plan there that was unfortunately just didn't work out, right? But
impressive nonetheless. I love seeing
absolutely.
growth. I love seeing players bring out something and really challenge it and make it competitive, but Zombie still one step ahead and will continue on as Zombie moves on to the loser semis.
Yes.
Where he awaits the winner of Diaphone and Ed Gone Bad.
No way to put this that makes it easy for Zombie. Gonna be honest with you. The only way I could say that this makes it easy for Zombie is that he would want Diaphone to win for the character matchup.
Yeah.
Because Matera actually does very well versus Cagliostro. She's one of the few characters in the entire game, which is really, really odd because you would think like the spike happens. But, we'll get to that at some point because we got to talk about Zoe versus Matera. We got to talk about Diaphone and Ed Gone Bad. I assume they're doing a button check first.
Yeah, we're getting a bunch check. They're testing their pads, making sure they're equipped. Well, how do you think of this matchup?
So I actually think Zoe does pretty well, in my personal opinion, because of Dragon.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of people usually struggle versus the arrows and whatnot versus Matera, but Dragon can actually be sent forward and negate the arrow and then still do like whatever, right? Or you can just send the Dragon again, and you can then start to use that to move forward. I really like that versus this character. Whether or not that equates to it actually being bad for Matera is another thing, but I think Zoe has pretty much all the tools. Because remember, we talked about earlier, Zoe is one of the set play characters in this game.
Yeah.
Incredibly strong lockdown when she knocks you down. Matera, her defensive options are system mechanics. She does not have a unique defensive option whatsoever, right? She has to use system mechanics. She has to use meter. She has to decide when to press 5L or 2L, right? Those are her options.
So we'll see how well they're going. I mean, if anything, Ed Gone Bad's just been playing so insane. I think if they keep up that this state of mind that they're in, and just go through, they'll catch those options extremely well and make it count. And we'll see them choose those right options. But Diaphone is just is going to be that person that if there's anyone, the last person you want to run into besides Zombie is Diaphone, because they just have this X factor about them.
Yes.
Have just like an overall, just extremely, not just that foundation that's already there, but just they can turn that up too. I mean, we saw the push-ups. We saw them psych. We saw Diaphone psych himself up.
Diaphone was getting ready, bro. The blood is pumping. He was doing push-ups. He was doing jumps. He is ready to go, and I'm ready to see it. Matera, Zoe, Diaphone, Ed gone bad. Okay, there's the laser beam right there. And yeah, you can already see how uncomfortable Ed gone bad was to being just tossing out those fireballs, right? Because the dragon was already out. It was a little weird, and Diaphone capitalizing it, already pushing forward, got the couple of hits. You know, you've already done Half-Life. Even if Matera finds her way out of this, you've done a great job of it.
Yep. But this is huge because now Ed gone bad. There's barely any Dragon meter. Diaphone was able to charge a little bit from that full screen distance to at least have that there. And that's going to be where Ed gone bad really needs to start their offense, is when that Dragon has to be recharged. There we go. Here we go. Big hit and knockdown was the setup with the damage. Has the butterflies out. And to see how good Diaphone's defense is, it's been outstanding so far.
Yeah, even on the empty jump low, faked out on the jump, and that's going to be a kill. It started out so good for Diaphone, being able to put Ed gone bad in the corner almost immediately. Got about half the life bar, but the second Matera got out, Ed gone bad has that X factor that you're talking about. No matter what, finds a way to make a terrible situation into a good one.
Yeah. Because again, there's only so much Dragon meter. Matera's not running out of arrows anytime soon.
No.
That quiver is full to the brim. Oh, universal overhead counter hit. Big damage coming through, and now Diaphone with Dragon meter to spare, pressure to spare, going in hard.
Just trying to keep the pressure nice and safe. He remembers that 2M from earlier, right? So he's trying to get the counter hit on the whip punish if at all possible. That was almost good timing right there from Ed gone bad, but a beautiful conversion from Diaphone.
Woo! Shine that holy light down upon her. Diaphone taking that round, tying it up. Zoe coming through, and now we're seeing these beautiful straight transitions, the gorgeousness of this game. The lens flare, can we turn that down?
I mean, already catching one jump right there, trying to get the plus frames. Ooh, on the other side right there. Not the cross-up that hit, but the cross-up overhead that connected. Big damage off the Skybound Art. Ed gone bad starting out super strong with this. Going to be able to get the throw. And Diaphone is going to have to start defending perfectly at this point. There's no other choices. Wanted the in-air, but timed it poorly, unfortunately. And now Diaphone is in.
Oh, beautiful, perfect tech, not even the sit-down tech, so that puts Ed gone bad at a good position. Goes for the EX arrows, and nice! Button presses the challenger from Ed gone bad. Defensive reads on point, taking that first game.
I mean, you could hear the universal overhead come out from Diaphone, but Ed gone bad was already pressing that 5L, already trying to get out of the situation, had already made that guess. Ed gone bad. I just feel like hardly anybody was ready for this player.
Not exactly. Ed gone bad is just Ed in your head.
Yeah.
Because it's always come down to the same thing, where it's like, I have to hit Matera. I finally got in. It's time to party. But people's pressure hasn't been airtight. And Ed's like, I can take a hit. I can lose a round. That's fine. I can take some damage. I'm going to press 5L. And because I know you're trying to go in and trying to catch me off guard, it's going to hit you because, again, it's on you. Just like we saw with Shubu. It's up to you to get this hit, and all I got to do is slap you once. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, I mean, Ed gone bad actually showed stopping it once that time. So we talked about earlier how the dragons can interact with the arrows, right? Ed gone bad, every time he's seen the dragon as an attempt to stop Matera's arrows, has used EX arrows in response because the dragon is only one hit. EX arrows is 3. So it goes right through it, and now going to be able to catch Diaphone trying to move forward, looking to put him in a block stun, but yeah, using the far medium, but the EX just a bit far away. Pressure time.
Butterflies up. Pressure's there. Nice block on the overhead, but it's the fadeaway as Matera gets away with the EX electricity. Gonna be a beautiful little call out. Get the knockdown. Now we have Dragon Gauge. We have pressure. But we have defense from Ed gone bad. Oh, gets caught out. Trying to up back. This is spooky because we have potential damage on deck. Not going to throw out the Skybound Art yet from Diaphone, but the throw not going to be enough. One more hit can do it, but watch out because Ed gone bad has everything they need to bring it back.
Probably got caught
spacing.
jumping.
Beautiful spacing there.
Just stayed out of range of pretty much anything, kept the pressure going. Diaphone looked like he had basically an infinite guard string. It wasn't, but it felt like it for sure. Oh, what timing right there. I got to assume that's reaction.
It was counterintuitive. It feels like Edgar Bad pressed something.
I think that was genuinely the recovery of the fireball.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
If it's countered on the way through, then that's impressive.
Oh, there it goes. Okay, Edgon Bad has identified a point to be able to press buttons, is if you think that lightning is coming, you can actually stop her.
Oh, like that spacing again. Gonna convert into into Skybound Art. Great damage here. Thunder Edge bringing the light on us all. Thunder, EX, I like that. Just keep that pressure going. And one more hit here. Diaphone just trying to find anything. And what a reaction.
Yeah, so it was counter hit all the way through. So
Okay.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, good lord. He showed that reaction twice.
Yeah.
In two very important moments.
That wasn't even the EX version of it. That was just regular one immediately, like micro dash. Nice arrow you got there and just diving right in.
See, I thought it was the EX version actually, so I guess I was wrong. Oh, but the wake up 5Ls.
Avar is on point, ready to challenge, just like Ed is.
Yeah, I mean, that was really good for Ed to be able to stop Diaphragm from jumping forward, even if it doesn't connect, because that's one of the few normals that's not arrow blockable. It at very least stops his offense, right? He still found a way to make the dragon work, but now there's no dragon meter, right? This is Ed's time, I think, to be able to try and make something happen, if at all possible.
See, that was nice arrow from the sky, just keeping that space there, keeping Diaphragm under pressure so he cannot charge the dragon gauge, and here comes the butterflies, but there you go. I like that. Diaphragm backing it up, charging it up. Dragon is ready to go.
Yeah, Diaphone did lose a lot of life during that time without the dragon. You know, just played basically to get him back. There's the laser beam, but yeah, using the Zephyr, her unique action to be able to get away from the laser beam. And there it is. The dragon comes out.
Okay, Dragon's behind, setting up the sandwich, but nice challenge there from Edgon Bad. Oh, gets caught. Now Diaphone gets to play. Frame trap, nice blocks.
Oh, no, big damage on this one. Do you spend the Skybound? No, okay.
Next hit's gonna do it for Diaphone with the pressure. Nice tech.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Every tech from Edgon Bad's been perfect tech. Immediate, not getting the sit down at
See?
all, just like that.
Yeah, no, I mean, no delay tech. You take extra damage. Oh, did you press a button, though? That's the question. No, spot dodge, gonna be able to get an easy punish on that, yeah. So in that guard string, normally Matera players are going to use Fireball, right? So Diaphone was very specifically looking to try and Invincible through the Fireball, get the Super Skybound Art, because it would have absolutely killed.
Yeah, but you can't super through a Fireball that doesn't exist.
No.
You're on layer 3, where Edgon Bad's just basically just chilling, you know?
Yeah. And I mean, great for Edgon Bad to also spot dodge and then recognize when to be able to punish, because there's actually some time after the spot dodge where you can't hit Zoe. She's still invincible.
Yeah, that's right. So that matchup knowledge coming through, and then scrapping. Edgon Bad wins the scramble there, having Diaphone in the corner here.
Oh, caught it, and the butterflies are going to activate huge damage. Going to be a Skybound, right? Yeah, no reason not to, because this is big. It fully animates. I think it's a pixel. Yeah, oh, it's more than a pixel.
Has a chance here, but with a throw or any big damage,
Oh,
there we go.
it is. Ed gone bad right there, trying to put Diaphone in a situation where he feels like he wanted to press buttons, and Ed gone bad was like, haha, you have finally fallen into my trap.
That was beautiful. You couldn't ask for a better checkmate when you're playing Matera. You have your opponent with barely any life. You have him in the corner. You can just back away as much as you want. It's a zoner's dream to have the whole stage behind you ready to go and just say, if I don't win this next little frame trap, I'm big, chilling. I'm out of there. Good luck navigating this rain of arrows like Jet Li had to do, right? Unsuccessfully, unfortunately, but you know.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be Ed gone bad. Moving on. The only place that he's gone is specifically to loser semifinals versus Zombie. However, we will not be seeing that just yet. We want to talk about some of the wonderful people who are supporting us here at CEO and CEO themselves, because we do have some merch that you guys can check out and support the tournament with. Now, I know you guys have been loving the action, and we want CEO to come back. We want CEO to have more, right? Supporting the tournament by looking at the merch is one of the best things you can do. You guys can see, I'm just going to point out the Guilty Gear X CEO shirt. That's one of my personal favorites, you know, but there's obviously more, and you guys can check that out over at ceo.gaminggen.gg, or you can scan that QR code on your screen and just have it whip you right on over. It's really quick, really easy, and they've got some great stuff there for you.
Yeah, you want to get all the good stuff, just like the Panda controller coming through with the big Kickstarter. It's special made to give every Smash Bros. Players the best competitive edge they can. They've raised over $900,000 easily. I believe they've over made $1 million just because how many people are ready for the finest controller you're gonna find to play with all the features you could ever dream about for a GameCube controller. This is Panda Global's first foray into this kind of hardware, and it is a beaut. Make sure you check out their Kickstarter. Go to panda.gg/CTRL. Put yourself in there, help push these stretch goals, and make their dreams your reality.
And I mean, the one reality that I want is to see some good ass tech in every single event, and that can happen at all events if you are to look at any of these great designs here from 10-0, Cross, Tekken, Bandai Namco, right? So they've got great designs, multiple characters, multiple colors related to those characters. New designs are currently available, and this is all officially licensed merchandise brought to you by 10-0. You guys can see that over at 10-0.gg/merch, or again, scan that QR code, and if you got one of them, use the hashtag, talk about it, 10-0versus on twitter.com.
You can't talk about Versus without talking about the competition, and it's going to be stacked at the Festival of Fights 2022 coming up February 3rd through 6th in beautiful California, run by CEO's own Tong Lee. All these amazing games like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Ultimate Bros. Capcom 3, Guilty Gear Strive, Nickelodeon All-Star Battle, Multi-Blood Type Lumina, Dragon Ball FighterZ, and Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. Pot bonuses on deck. Register now at smash.gg/FOF2022 or learn more at festivaloffights.com and get ready to compete.
And you're going to get ready to compete at DreamHack Anaheim, because fighting games are back over at DreamHack right now, run by the same people that are running CEO and all that. Over $1,500 in prize pools for fighting games. You're looking at Guilty Gear Strive, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Melty Blood, Super Smash Bros. Melee. That's going to be taking place February 11th through the 13th. If you're looking at Festival of Lights, you might just stay in California and go to DreamHack as well, right? It's around the same time. But if you just want to learn more information or you want to sign up right this moment, you can do so on smash.gg/dhana. We want to support the FGC this way.
That's right. And support your local communities as well. We have the big tournaments happening, like at DreamHack, but you also have them at localhost. Every Wednesday, you'll find the Fighting Game Wednesdays, multiple locations across the United States. Austin, Bakersfield, Denver, Fullerton, North Brunswick, Oceanside, Philadelphia, St. Louis. So many representation across, and they are wanting to bring you these amazing events. So please check them out at localhost.gg and find a location nearest you and get to competing and take yourself to the next level.
Yeah, and you're always going to want to be taking something to the next level, and that something is your execution, because you can take control of it using either the Hitbox, the Cross-Up, or the Smashbox if you're playing Smash. Hitbox Arcade is another one of the people supporting the FGC in all avenues and has done so for a very long time. And there's even people in this very top 8 using the Hitbox, like Zombie Moo here for Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. You guys can check out all 3 of the Hitbox, Cross-Up, and Smashbox over at hitboxarcade.com/CEO, and you can get one ready for you today.
And get ready to feel great and eat some good food with that OP bar. Check it out with the promo code CEO10 for 10% off at overpowered.gg. You have just a tasty treat to keep you going. Energy for gamers, by gamers. It's going to be extra tasty, so get your order in and be prepared for the competition by sustaining yourself with that good stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've taken a bit of a moment. We've thinking about all the wonderful sponsors. We can't thank you all enough for bringing this to us, because there's more Grand Blue action. It's all thanks to you people watching. It's all thanks to the people here at the tournament running it so smoothly. It's all thanks to the production. And we are going to be getting into winners finals of Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. We are going to be getting into America versus Japan, or Puerto Rico versus Japan, if you will.
Puerto Rico versus Japan. I would have never thought I'd be speaking those words together in in 2021, but here we are. But with Gandito representing Florida, representing the viejos, the old men of the FGC, but representing Puerto Rico, La Isla de Encanto, a community that has always been incredibly strong at so many games. And I'm so happy to see Puerto Rican representation in a game like Granblue Fantasy Versus. Because you mentioned Ganditos had the history of Tekken and other games as well. But now that they're here and they've been thriving off Granblue since its inception and just been one hell of a personality. You can't ask for a better person to represent your community with how much they're, stirring bots, instigating, having a good time of it too, and just kind of brings people together. So I would love to. I'd love to see that kind of thing, and I love to see them getting their getting the payoff of being that kind of person and investing so much in the community, being in winners finals here.
Yeah, you want to talk about investment. Ren has made a gigantic investment in not only this game, but the travel here to be able to get to just for Granblue Fantasy Versus, right? Ren has been putting in mad work over in Japan, wants to show the power, or at the very least learn whatever he possibly can. Ren doesn't back down from a challenge, and that is very clear.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that he's one of the people who just was like, okay, I'm vaccinated and got my mask, I'm going, right? As soon as he possibly could, and did it. Now, the question is will Gandito play 6, or will Gandito play Zeta? And then the question for Ren is, will Ren play Grand 6 or Charlotta?
Yep.
Right? Like, we have to take a look at that. Now, 6 is a great pick versus Zeta, I think, personally, because he deals with Rhapsody very well, right? 6 actually has the option to use Rekka on Rhapsody, and you can visually confirm that Rhapsody is activated, right? And then he can cross through her, which means that she actually does not have an option that gets her out of dodge because she can't autocorrect, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that's one of the things that matchup kind of exudes.
Yeah, I mean, that's the first battle is at character select. I imagine both players maybe ran a double blind pick just to make sure there's no
it's looking like
flailing around.
Okay.
So 6 versus Zeta, sticking to their big guns to start it out. We are now in 3 out of 5 territory. You have to win
goodness, that's right.
3 games. 2 out of 3 is a thing of the past until we get to losers semis. We're going to see the fullest extent of a matchup because both these players have all the opportunity in the world to make those adjustments, to bring it back. It can go the distance here because there is so many more games to be played.
Well, we are going to find out what adaptations Gandito and Ren are bringing to the table. I mean, Ren has always had one of the strongest X factors of offense and just like scary stuff. So being able to do it with one of the characters that has just some of the strongest offense in the game, period, anyway, that's like putting yourself at the highest level with just by picking the character.
Yep. Oh, here we go. Look at the flags. Makes me so happy.
Let's go.
Puerto Rico, Japan. Representation matters. And if you're not in the United States, don't worry. You have a community there where you're from, and you can, working as hard as these players, you can be on the stage too. So let that inspire you as we get in to our first battle. Engage.
Winners finals right here, and already representing the wall dive, trying to look out for the fireball, right? So because Ren had used the wall dive, Gandito felt like that the fireball was okay to use at that point because you don't have an anti-fireball move anymore.
Yeah.
However, Ren already recognizing that was going to be a factor, maybe even attempting to force him to want to do it.
Okay, cute little reset with the universal overhead, but Gandito ready with the blocks. So with
no,
finds a hit, good stuff. One hit away, nice bait on the wrap.
That was an accident. So that's an input error that happens to a lot of 6 players, because if you're doing 2L but you've been down backing before it for a while, you get the up charge when you try to like swing your button standing.
Yeah. It's okay. Recovered from the input error, was ready, and now Yup, 6 with the fastest run speed in the game.
Yes.
Oh, beautiful counter. That EX counter extremely strong. So hard to actually stop if you hit into it. And now Ren with that pressure.
Oh,
nice
with a shimmy on
kick.
that one. Yeah, Ren's offense.
Happy for a hard knockdown. Nice frame trap here. Resets again. Gandito ready with the block, but still stuck in this corner. Fights his way out with the light EX spear.
Oh, yeah. Now, Candido, you see the offensive way that he's trying to, like, structure things. He's trying not to make himself into a situation where you get just one hit in the Skybound, all right? Trying to keep it nice and clean, nice and tight. But the problem is Ren, it's just, he's just got the timing. Whatever. Oh! I spoke too soon about timing. Super Skybound Art through the guard string. Big damage. Not going to kill, but at the very least, Candido is back in it.
Oh, that's huge damage here, but has to wait. Nice instant
Oh!
and the spot dodge on EX Rekkles. Not going to be enough to kill, but has in the corner here.
Oh, just a bit too far away on the throw attempt. Yeah, Candido was looking probably for wake up EX parry, or just any parry in general, really. But and then didn't see it, so it was like, okay, if you're down backing this long, maybe you're too pensive and I can throw you, but you're just too far away to do it. And Ren on the reaction perfectly, pretty much every time so far.
Ooh, wow. Just regular counter, nice spot dodge to keep that pressure going. Both players defensively outstanding, dodging each other beautifully. There goes the EX Fireball. Nice block there, and a punish.
Wow, he can punish that off of running? Yeah, his run speed is so fast.
It's
God
insane.
damn.
But had no cooldowns, so couldn't really get a full punish on there. So
Yeah.
he's got offense going. Nice, armoring through. Candido going back to neutral and finds a hit with the two medium, the cut medium. Into spear, and now here's that pressure.
Yeah, just keep that safe guard string going at this point. There's the wall dive to be able to get on, and I love that. Spot dodge, get at, take the corner back, right? Oh, beautiful from Candido, though. Attempted to bait out the anti-air with the Skybound Art. That's one of the things that Zeta has available. Got that corner carry. Oh, mix up time, but beautiful block.
It was a fake because the parry from 6 is instant. So it's really hard to set up the pogo setup. So that was a call out on Ren, who didn't bite. Nice armor there. Jumps through. Ren with the blocks.
Oh,
It's
no.
not good.
Oh,
The
no.
cross up into Super Skybound Art. Oh, my God.
my goodness. You know, that cross-up is actually considered to be not all that great because there is a guard button in this game, and you can act before 6 can. Usually you're supposed to be the one counter-hitting him, but I mean, Candido has just been straight up Pringles to it. Like, he's just been exploding.
It's that mental sack. You're worried about
Exactly.
so much. You're worried about so much against a character that's so fast, so quick, and all of a sudden it's like Ren choosing these options beautifully, gets the jumping unique action, which is the dive, frame trap off the Rekkas. Candido in the corner here.
I'm so glad you mentioned the mental stack, because people forget about that being about, like, in fighting games and such so often, and it's like, all these options you think are bad actually end up being amazing because you've made your opponent think that you're going to go forward or something else.
Okay, gonna get a nice meaty. There's the grab. One more mix here with the double grab, but nice tech from Candido. The shimmy doesn't work out, but the counter!
Counter will on that one, and Ren is looking hard to beat right now. Candido, I would take a second, honestly, but I don't know. Nope, they're straight into rematch. Candido feeling it.
There's a murder face on Candido.
Yes.
That you just see the focus, not wanting to skip a beat, but the regular air fireball connects. Gonna get a full combo here. Candido already in the corner. Nice.
Okay, there's Rhapsody versus the wall dive. That's the second time at this point. We're trying to go for another fake mix-up. You'll notice that well, I can't say fake, but fake overhead, right?
Yeah.
So, you'll notice a lot of, what? That was immediately ready on the jump M? Drops the combo, but it doesn't even matter at that point.
Not at all. Look at the space. Red has everything there. 2M. Try to challenge with EX, but gets blown up. But you have to respect it. It's so hard to jump in on.
Oh, yeah. Spot dodge just a little bit too early. But that's exactly what we were talking about, right? Is the fact that EX parry is so fast that Candido is not trying to do safe jumps.
Yeah.
Candido is trying to do other stuff. But, oh, okay. Caught the spot dodge. That's good for Candido.
Get the hard knockdown. Again, trying to bait out the parry, but just Ren ready. Ready with grabs, ready with just everything. Candido's trying to be one step ahead, but it's just not worked out.
Yeah, I gotta be real. Ren's decision tree is like on a crazy level. Like, I mean, Candido's doing great right now, and his decision tree is actually starting to show right back. He's gonna be able to get full conversion here. Skybound R for the extra damage. Gotta put him in check because you gotta make it checkmate.
And that's going to do the round. Candido on the board with the round. The crowd pops, giving him that energy. Candido, who's on basically the last round here, because Ren needing one more to make it a 3-0 and get the grand finals. Candido needs anything at this point, but already in the corner here. It's going to be so scary because we've seen how strong this offense is. Nice counter hit combo. That's going to be big for Candido. Putting pressure on. Nice blocks, but continuing on. Candido, full pressure.
Oh, yeah. Unfortunately missing that setup right there. And there it is. Ren got the EX wall dive issue again. But it didn't matter. You know, use the frames on it. 3 hits on that one. Gonna go for the EX parry this time. Yeah, Gandito had been showing just meaty good blocks though, you know. It's important to hit that guard button.
Yeah, big time. Okay, dive with the cancel, nice punish with the air EX spear. 1 hit, Gandito can get a game on the board.
Oh, no, wait, that might be too high. Hold on. Okay, never mind. That hits way higher than I expected. Good lord.
Red with the immaculate anti-air decision there. You talk about that decision tree, it bore fruit and they were juicy.
Oh my
Beautiful,
goodness.
immediate 2-seat, 2 heavy. Boom, Super Skybound Art, thank you for playing. Ren is in Grand Finals. Japan has come to make a statement saying, thank you for bringing back offline Grand Blue Fantasy Versus.
This is your present.
This is what you get.
Oh man, well, we've learned now firsthand. There has been a lot of talk, like, you know, American players wondering whether Japan is actually as strong as, you know, in every other game. And well, we're currently fighting for our lives out here. That's all I can say.
Man, Ren brought so much to the table there. Like, because remember, you know who's watching all these online events we've had. You know how it's not just like U.S. players just chilling watching. No. The GBVS community overseas are watching it too. They've been following all these players just like we have through the entire time. So it's not going to be any surprises here and there. We get to watch, you know, their online events too, so it's like the feeling is mutual. So it just feels like, to me, it's like one of the things, the build up to this is all the players have data already, and they know each other in some way, and that's what makes it even better, because it's not like this is Ren's not some unknown from Japan. This is a player, like you said, has so much story with Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. Just like how much history all the U.S. players have. So it just makes it mean so much more all around. And it's been nothing but beautiful. And now we're going to find out who can meet Ren in Grand Finals. Gandito sitting in Losers Finals. Going to wait the winner of the next match in Losers Semis, which is 2 out of 3.
Yes, we're back to 2 out of 3.
Between the MVP, Ed Gone Bad, who has just blown everyone out of the water with just immaculate defense, beautiful decision making, and it's just been putting Matera, reminding you that this character is never out of it, whatsoever. But their opponent, this is a matchup you were talking about earlier, Zombie.
This has got to be, I think, what Zombie was like fearing the most in terms of matchup, right? But again, Zombie was the person with the biggest target on the back. I mean, for all of Ed's strengths that he's shown this tournament, Zombie has been one of the strongest, if not the strongest player America's had for the past several months. He has been making it happen left and right. He has done nothing but put in work and try to teach as many people as possible. And so, I mean, here we are. Now, my question is, okay, so there was a conversation we had very, very briefly.
Okay.
And it was if Zombie was going to play 6 versus Ed Gone Bad rather than Cagliostro. Now, we're getting a button check because, I mean, I don't think they play these characters right. But Ed Gone Bad has made it so hard for pretty much everybody, right? Actually, Ed Gone Bad was the only person to make Ren sweat so far. Ed Gone Bad actually almost won their set from what I remember. And so, like, it was looking scary. It was looking like maybe Ren wasn't making top 8 winner side, right? And, you know, Ed Gone Bad has only lost to Ren, who is currently in Grand Finals on the other side. But yeah. So Zombie's really been having to make a struggle comeback. He has been fighting for his life out here. It's not looking as strong as it, you know, had used to be at one point when people were talking about Zombie just being far and away the best, right?
Exactly.
Now it's looking like America is stepping up to the plate, trying to stop him.
Because that's the whole thing, right? No one wants the same person winning everything. Like, that's a flat-out fact. Because that's the Zombie's the catalyst to bring North American Grand Blue to that next level.
Yes.
Someone has to be that person where it's saying, if y'all going to rest on your laurels, then I'm going to take your money. Thank you for paying for my lunch. I appreciate that. And everyone's got to be like, no one wants that to happen. Everyone wants to upset that person. We saw it happen with Neo Karsh, sending Zombie to losers.
That's right.
But now Ed Gone Bad's going to have their shot here. This is 2 out of 3 to see who gets to losers finals. Representing Georgia, Ed Gone Bad, 404 Esports in the house.
On the other side, though, Zombie Team Seattle is what we always joke about. Zombie is not technically Zombie is now a Seattle boy by moving, but we always joke that it's Team Seattle. So here we go. Now this is a matchup that Zombie is like just straight up said is kind of annoying. Like it's she's one of the few characters that actually deals with CAG pretty well, and so I mean we're gonna find out here like truly why, right? North American PC Grand Blue Fantasy versus 404. Let's get it.
Oh man, there's so much at stake here. The story of GBVS here at CEO will shift with the winner of this match. It could make a crazy timeline however this goes. Pressure from Zombie, but the challenge immediately from Ed. Resetting the neutral. Party begins as both players are trying to get that position.
Oh.
Sorry, your slide's not Lancelot. You can't just go under 5U, my bad.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not going to matter at that point because, you know, oh, wow, what defensive options from the both of them. But again, Ed gone bad, regardless of seeing one defensive option working against him. Not really phased, it seems like. It's just like, okay, I'm just going to mash out when I think it's the best time.
Okay, spot dodge, put that arrow on cooldown. Ed gone bad with a small life lead here, has resources. And this is perfect for Ed. Got the space to make sure that Zombie really has to get that spike at least. Putting Matera in the corner, but happy to find out the corner. Traps are gone.
Yeah.
And then the anti-air, beautiful. Ed gone bad, big showing here.
I'm just remiss to see a time where Ed gone bad has not like hit an anti-air, right? Like it just doesn't happen. Oh, but a match out right there from Zombie. Gonna take the big damage. Caught it, goes into Skybound Art, and that could very well be it. Yes, it does.
Beautiful. Seeing immediately that Ed gone bad got caught in the trap that hit Meaty.
Yeah.
Wasn't quite ready for it, unfortunate. But hey, Zombie capitalized beautifully, and that first round going to them.
Oh, nice. That's really good for Ed gone bad because he got the spike, right? So now Ed gone bad doesn't have to worry about the anti-zoning tool, but Zombie not caring about that whatsoever. Actually just runs forward and takes half his life for it. God damn!
Woohoo! And the pressure continues on. Ed gone bad zone defense. Been shining, finds the EX knockdown to escape, but the challenge.
Bro, he is hitting that button.
Why not? It's a pretty good button. Nice grab. Great tech with the trap. Oh, the 5 Ls didn't convert. This is such a little 40.
Yeah, I actually, you know what I didn't realize was that in this match, oh, no way. That's so unfortunate. Forgot about the web right there, and Zombie capitalized. I was going to say, I didn't realize one of the unfortunate parts about this matchup for Matera specifically is that Cagliostro is so short, she can't use the EX high arrow to do anything versus this character almost. I think EX high arrow might only be to get rid of webs.
That's insane, right? You have a whole special move that you can't use because she just stands there and just watches it, literally goes over her head. That is a little silly to deal with, but, you know, there's adjustments to be made at that point. We'll see what Ed gone bad, how they adjust to bring it back. But Zombie looks like the person that has the answer for this Matera.
To be honest with you, Ed gone bad's face does not give me pause, right? Like he seems like he was like, okay, I messed up a couple of times there. I think I can make it happen. He didn't seem super worried. So I mean, coming into it though, yeah, no, you're right. The answers are clearly here for Zombie. Already back in another Half-Life combo. Overhead gets blocked.
But the trap, he tried to press through with the auto combo.
That's the same thing that happened to Tega earlier in the set versus Zombie, and one of the reasons why Tega ended up dying was because you try to use the auto combo, moves forward, and you just die. But oh, that's a punish.
That's a big punish.
Yep. Butterfly has no hitbox, so Zombie doesn't have to worry about a damn thing. Finishes it off right now, and set point here for Zombie.
Oh, that point of conviction, just looking down upon you, just so scary from CAG. One round away, Zombie on match point. If they win, they'll fight Gandito. And gone bad has to stop Zombie from making these approaches, from getting these big hits from the jump, from the teleports in. But Ed got bad in the corner and has to be careful. Nice anti-air, perfect call out.
Yeah, that was such a good reaction right there. I feel like Ed gone bad's reactions have yet to be properly tested, you know what I mean? Like there just might not be a mix-up fast enough in the game. But okay, yeah, really wanted that 5H. You gotta remember that paid off so much for Zombie previously. Another knockdown here, empty jump low, caught the attempt at trying to do anything. Skybound Art, big damage but not dead.
Very nice there. Gonna set up the butterflies. Nice teleport through, avoiding them.
Yeah, Ed gone bad was actually looking for the teleport, didn't find the mark, but did find the mark on the jump directly afterwards. Ed gone bad we're good. We're
Yeah.
good. We're stabilizing, and this is where I think that like Edgon Bad's composure is coming in. I think it's very, very strong.
Yeah.
The mental game seems to be almost unshakable.
I think the biggest payoff, I think, for Zombie has been these big jumps. So as Edgon Bad can make sure they're not so committed to the ground game that they get opened up like this.
Yeah.
So beautiful, just getting anti-air, starting their turn. Here comes Ed with the butterfly pressure, forcing Cat to block overhead. Butterfly still in there.
Nice blocks. I mean, you know, the guard button is a big help, but Edgon Bad is doing highs and lows. It's not just, it's the guard button doesn't block those for you.
Okay, nice. Getting the arrows. There's the anti-air. Going to escape the corner here with the butterflies. Yes. Big pressure. But Zombie happy to block. Blocks the empty jump low, but gets hit. It's okay, though. It's okay. Spike on cooldown. That's big for Ed.
Yeah, I mean, that means you actually have the ability to zone for a little bit. And okay.
What a trade.
But yeah, that's a great trade for Ed, actually, because it knocked down Zombie, right? Zombie does have Super Skybound Art on deck, though. You got to watch out for an errant 5-8. Oh, my God, what a spot dodge. And doesn't get caught by the spike. Beautiful anti-air again. Oh, clash. It's the 2L. No confirm off of it. And again, no confirm. But there's a hit on this one. One more hit for either person. It's the tail apart. And gone bad. Unfortunately, picking incorrectly on one of the options. Maybe looking to jump out. Maybe looking for throw. Whatever the case may be, Zombie had put the mental stack high enough that finally Edgon Bad's defense showed some cracks.
The worst time for it after all the momentum they got back, running it back against Zombie and just having that there, but just all it takes is one good mix-up, like even with a block button, again, you're wanting to challenge to steal it back because you know, okay, there's gonna be a hole here that I can exploit, but just doesn't come through. But Edgon Bad goes out at 4th place here at CEO 2021. That Matera looking ridiculous.
I can't believe it, bro.
The
Edgon Bad.
The people they took out, Shuabu, taking out Diaphone. Give it up for Edgon Bad, playing so well.
Yeah.
Much love to them. Big 4th place, not the place you want to go. You want that top 3, but still be on the lookout for them as more events gear up with Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. But now we are here in Losers Finals.
And this is the Losers Finals that has been historied, has been waited for, has been foretold by the prophecy, all that good jazz. You know, they wanted this to be Winners Finals. They wanted to stop Ren. They could not do it. So now it's going to be on these two to be able to stop Ren in Grand Finals. But which one is it going to be? That's what we're here to find out. Now, while Zombie has won all of those events that he has so far that put him on the map as maybe the best North American Grand Blue player,
Okay.
Gandito was at none of them.
That's right.
Gandito was not there. And these two play all the time. And after, like, Summer Jam and stuff, Gandito was talking about how he was beating Zombie in sets, right? But now it's here. It's finally time.
It's time.
We're going to prove it. Offline, there's no excuses whatsoever. It's all on you.
Offline, 3 out of 5, so it's not even a 2 out of 3. This is a full set between the captains of West Coast and East Coast from the exhibition that happened. These two represent their regions to the fullest. You couldn't ask for a better Losers Finals.
No.
I mean, they didn't want to meet here in this kind of way to have to eliminate one or the other. Ren being that thorn in both their sides, essentially just saying, you thought this was your show. So now we come down to just a match with so much on the line, so much pride in their regions, in themselves, as being the champions of North American Grand Blue.
They are maybe the 2 best North American Grand Blue players. At the very least, they've proved it today, if you didn't believe before, right? Because they're the last 2 left. Looking at Ren, I'm sure Ren is watching from the stands, trying to get ready for this mentally, right? And, well, I mean, it could be hard. We don't know. I mean, Winners Finals seem pretty all right, comfortable, right? But Gandito is a player who's been here before, right? Adaptation can be the name of the game for Gandito. Zombie has yet to play Ren in the bracket so far, has only done so in casuals. And the time that Ren and Zombie played casuals, actually, before the 10v10, it was a complete tie, back and forth, until they had to start the 10v10 where they said, we'll play one more game. And Ren won the very last game. It was 11-10. It was insane.
But will we even see that? Who knows? We're going to focus back on this as we're letting the intros rock. The most magical alchemist versus the Holy Spear. Zeta and Cagliostro, Gandito and Zombie. The battle for the ages, Skyfarers. This is for so much on the line between both of these players. We're gonna see one hell of a match.
I love that decision right there from Gandito on the Rhapsody, right? So like Zombie had hit 5H on it, and Zombie could then just react to anything Gandito did. So Gandito did nothing to not put himself in a bad spot.
Right, Gandito with the pressure here, fighting the five lights, the stand lights, big time, get the pressure meaty.
Oh my goodness, but there it is, the teleport out, huge damage, you're gonna lose like, good lord, look at it, the side switch back up, there's still a web, the throw does get tagged, but you still got a block, son. And then, yeah, Gandito, I think, is gonna keep trying to do nothing if Zombie is not directly close to him, right?
Yeah, I like that option. All right, charge up to 5U. Nice spot dodge, waiting it out, but Zombie happy to sit on the webs. Those seals on the floor gonna protect him from stuff like this as Gandito jumps in, gets fought by a full combo, and a nice instant tech. And Rhapsody connects, gets a knockdown.
Oh, that's huge damage!
Pretty much.
Gonna go for the whole corner combo because this very well could be death depending on the scaling. No, doesn't get super skybound art probably because of the positioning. But you still only got one hit. You just got to guess correctly, and you could not do so. Gandito, despite being in the blender, despite the box being set up, fought back.
You know, a block button is nice. It's beautiful, but that don't help you from high lows.
No,
That's not gonna save your toes. You gotta watch your ankles on those mix-ups. And Zeta, one of the best characters to put you under that kind of pressure. There we go with the 5U. Pogoing along, pushing Zombie to the corner with the guard string, but the EX web comes through, and that saves Zombie's life here, putting the pressure. Nice teleport to throw.
Yeah, and I think right there, yeah, tried to use Rhapsody on that wake up, but unfortunately it got grabbed, so he no longer has Rhapsody. Zombie, however, recognizing the situation is not, that does not mean that Zeta is out of it, but that's going to be one hit. Tried to get into the web to be able to kill, but yeah, teleport's always going to beat Rhapsody. Unfortunately, Zeta cannot do anything there, but that was a 5L. Is it fast enough? Spot dodge should finish it off.
Spin on him, let those dragons out for the ride, and that was nice from Zombie with those beautiful defensive reactions. Another solid round. This is the first game. Who's gonna set the pace here between these titans?
Well, I mean, it's hard to set the pace at this point because it's looking as close as possible, you know? Charging it up, trying to negate the lasers. You know, in the previous patch, that laser would have been the best thing for this. But now with the nerfs, it's unfortunately not as good, and it's put Gandito in a very precarious moment.
So much damage using all the cooldowns. Nice spot dodge on the Clash Wars.
Tried to 2H. Yeah, I mean, that's great for Gandito that the 2H did not connect. Is going to have to deal with it. Is it fuzzy time? No, still has not represented the fuzzy block just yet.
Safe jump, here we go. More pressure here. Zombie challenging, gonna get out of the corner with the armor. The Rhapsody didn't hold it long enough, and that should be the round with the Skybound art.
Well, okay, there we go. Yeah, that was a lot of scaling, so I was a little bit worried about it, but you were correct 100%. And it is 3 out of 5. Remember, we're in losers finals. One game does not mean everything, right? And especially not that kind of game, because that was really close.
Super extremely close. The rounds that they won were just as soon as they get their game plans going, but that back and forth is just palpable. They're just so good at taking their turns back and running with it. So early start here for Zombie, setting everything up here, putting that pressure down.
Oh no.
Again, the Rhapsody not held on long enough. Big damage here for Zombie. He's gonna get the corner positioning too.
Yeah, just looking for the 5L mix-up on this one. Just trying to catch Gandito pressing a button, but no, the patience finally with the spear. Oh no, the web was there. Gotta be able to hit on this one. Oh my goodness, the teleport just barely dodging the 2L, and Zombie recognizing 5L immediately finishes it off. That looked way better than before.
Oh man. And I mean, this is Zombie with the game, right? That was that confidence builder in the set. Putting it on Gandito, they have to make the adjustment. Gandito has to figure out, break the trap, stop getting caught in them. How do you get even through and find those gaps in pressure? Big start here with a hard knockdown.
One of the best ways to get through is when your opponent messes up their meaty setup, and I mean, hey, we're gonna take it out all the way. And Gandito is gonna press the advantage as hard as possible. Say, you can't mess up a single thing against me, otherwise you're gonna die.
Okay. Nice block from Gambito. Waited it out there beautifully. Doesn't want to press into the trap. I like that. Rhapsody out with the challenge.
And that's where it comes into play again. We talked about that earlier. Cagliostro has one of the best tools in the entire game, if not the best tool in the entire game to be able to deal with Rhapsody, and that's that teleport.
Okay, nice grab, but nice, even better tech. Ooh, the spot dodge, avoiding the sword from the floor. And now Gambito still a small life lead.
Oh, but the reaction on the 5U, super good right there. Gambito never faltering, always with that killer murder face.
Those killer reactions to boot. The crowd popping for Gambito because, again, this is Gambito's house. This is the Southeast. We're here in Florida, and oh, nice run out.
Yeah, no, I like that decision. You're not going to stop her, right? So you may as well just take positioning instead. Oh no, unfortunate timing right there. Not going to be able to get a full combo off this, and not going to be able to get the throw either. We saw what Gambito does with this kind of situation, and it could go all the way to the bank for sure.
Okay, nice test out there for Zombie. And now, yeah, that's going at the 5U, make the space, but good up back into the air spear. Putting the corner, the punish on the jump back with the medium into the spear.
Oh, tried that. That was actually the mess up on the fuzzy. If that didn't connect on Zombie, that actually would have been Gambito taking like half of his life.
Yeah.
So.
Ooh, air EX spear again. All Gambito needs is one solid hit, and there's the frame trap into Skybound Dart. Tied 1-1, Gambito on the board.
I could not ask for anything better than this right now, Raph. This is looking like exactly what I want. It is as close as possible, and East Coast is rallying behind Gambito.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not, because you saw that laugh from Gambito. You're breaking this man's
composure
of death on there, but he savors it, right? He's, again, a huge personality. Shows emotions on his sleeve, and it's nothing short of amazing. Let's go. Game number 3.
Oh, God, man. It's so crazy to me that I cannot currently call what will happen, right? Like, normally by like a couple of games you kind of have an idea, but like not here. But Gambito looked great in those previous ones, right? I feel like has gotten the game plan around. I mean, these two have played quite a bit, but notice how he's playing around the webs. Notice how he's playing around the rock, and then playing around the anti-airs with the dive. Normally, it's very ill-advised to try and jump in these situations like Gambito is doing, but he can do so very well because he has the spear dive, and because he just knows exactly when to press 5L and guard strings.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you don't have like an uppercut, right? As everyone knows, like Cagliostro, she has to commit to like a 2C, or maybe just make an escape, but you have such great air options. As Zeta, nice Rhapsody out, but into the trap.
You can't get out of that situation if the Rhapsody has already used the Rising Strike for, of the choices, right? Rhapsody's got 3 choices. Rising Strike is one of them, and if you pick it and the opponent blocks it, you're going to get anti-aired almost every time, right?
Yeah. Beautiful setup too. Zombie had the seal on the back end to cover it, to add the extra damage. Really nice.
Yeah. I love that. Gambito is just super jumping back. Doesn't want to deal with the rock, doesn't want to deal with the situation, right? And just kind of staying out of it, really trying to make things happen versus this rock, but can't find a proper time. Oh no, yeah, and then that spot that, okay, so this time Zombie was actually ready for it, but
wait a minute.
You want to talk about ready?
Oh, the full jump in. We're not going for pogos. That was just a regular overhead. Catching Zombie here. And the hard knockdown, gonna get the setup. The fake pogo, I like that with the jumping 5U with cancel. Meaty, laser, big throw. Gambito, one hit away for tying up the rounds here.
Missed it again!
But it's okay.
And yeah, exactly, there was no punish from Zombie, so missed the fuzzy. And Zombie did not get a 2H, was not ready for it. I mean, there it is, that's the mental stack, right? You mentioned that earlier beautifully, that the fact that the mental stack exists does not mean you're always going to catch every punish. It does not mean you're always going to get every anti-air.
Okay, good blocks there, the patience. Rhapsody, but the challenge there with the EX of their own. Zombie with the layers ready on deck. Okay. Oh, nice from Gambito not going forward. Might have got caught into the air traps.
Yeah, I mean, whether or not it actually was going to is, oh, but there's the spike, and now dropping the combo from Zombie. Kind of rare, I want to say. The teleport's available, but no, unable to use it, I guess.
We see what Gambito can do off of a knockdown. Nice grab here, sending Zombie to the corner. Another stage jump. There we go, pogo, 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 Rhapsody. But
wow, what a wave right there from Zombie. He just knew at the time right there. Zombie gonna be taking game number 3. We are at 2-1.
I think in that situation it was beautiful because like even if it was a forward dash
Uh-huh.
and a run, it would have went under.
Yes.
But being a back dash made it even better because you stay in that one spot. You don't have to worry about the distance you actually got to. It just left them the perfect spacing.
Yeah.
And now 2-1, Zombie, big advantage already, huge combo to start it out. Gandito tried to challenge after the reset, but Zombie was having the meaty normal at there. Rhapsody out.
Yeah, there's the anti-air. That's what we're talking about. If that Rhapsody comes out, if you use the Rising Knee Strike, you are more than likely going to get anti-aired by every character in the game directly afterwards. It's all on the onus of your opponent, of course, so that doesn't mean you shouldn't use it, but...
Zombie ready. Zombies got that on the stack. Got the answer. Now 1 round away. Zombie put away Gandito. Meet Ren in grand finals. Gandito, who's gotten rounds, answering back, but his challenges are not paying off. Zombie springs airtight. Oh, but wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's a punish. There's a knockdown. And now we begin.
Oh, trying to go for the throw, but Zombie was ready for it. This time gets full damage. And wow, the spike. Oh, that combo made the relaunch back into the corner. That was dope. Oh, that was an accident, I feel like. Yeah.
Little squeaky here. Gotta be careful. Zombie smells blood. 1 hit away from finishing the job, and that's
that
gonna
should
do
be
it
able
with
to do
Skybound
it.
Dart.
I don't see any reason why it wouldn't. Zombie with the excellent anti-air. You know, Gandito had done such a great job of stopping Zombie from anti-airing and using the EX dive to stop his momentum. The one time he does it, he falls right into Zombie's clutches, capitalizes perfectly into Skybound Dart, finishes it off, and unfortunately, Gandito will be taking 3rd place. I guess I should say fortunately, because that was a hard-ass tournament to go through, honestly. I mean...
All that energy spent throughout this entire weekend, and a great result to show for it. Gandito, again, one of the strongest players across North America, one of the biggest supporters of Granblue Fantasy Versus, taking 3rd place here at CEO 2021. But the story now goes to Zombie, who even though starting this top 8 in the loser side, has gone through all these amazing players, beating Kilo to start things off with a 2-0. Then
Tega.
taking out Tega with a 2-0 there as well. And continuing it on, 2-0 against Edgon Bad, and then a 3-1 versus Gandito. This is a bit of a marathon for Zombie, and it's not over yet because their final opponent is going to be Ren from Japan, who bested Gambito Winners Finals 3-0 in a dominating fashion. These are the 2 most dominating players across the board we've seen this weekend, and now they will face each other with the advantage going to Ren for being on winner's side.
Yes, and I got a note. I think this is very important. These 2 have not yet played each other in this bracket whatsoever. It has only been casuals. And in those casuals have been very, very close, right? This is one of the grand finals picks that a lot of people were expecting.
Okay.
You know, some people were obviously hoping for Zombie versus Gandito if we could. But here we are. This is the chance for America to prove all that smack talk. This is a chance for Japan to prove that they have been playing the game, that they don't suck, right? I'm just saying, you know, Korea straight up said that they think Japan sucks at this game.
Dang.
Because they're like, yeah, they don't play this game that much, so they're not very good, right?
Okay, okay.
But you know, we'll see that later, right?
Ren took that personally. And Ren's like, hold up.
And I took that personally.
And I was like, hey, let me hold up, let me come across this. But this is Zombie now. He's surpassed, he's reached the top of North America at this point. And now Zombie has entered the world stage.
Yeah, I mean,
Climb the mountain and now reaching here, facing the final boss of CEO, Ren versus Zombie. Does Zombie have what it takes to challenge the world?
I mean, you know, Zombie was the captain of the world, picked Ren to help with that going on, and now we're here. They won the 10v10.
Yeah.
One of them's about to win the tournament. And, I mean, Zombie's been in the hot seat, too. You got to think about that, too. Warmed up as can possibly be.
Yep.
Ren has had to watch on the sidelines. You know, probably playing on one of the stations to practice or not, you know, get ready. But the point being is Zombie has had how many games now just to get ready and go ham?
He's had, again, that long run. There's the loser's bracket run is just so tiring and so much work, but you can't ask for a better way to steel yourself for what might come when you are that kind of player that makes it all the way through there. Ren having a shorter road, but a dominating road nonetheless. And if there's anybody who's shown the capacity to be ready for whatever anyone's thrown at them, it's Ren. So yeah, this amazing pick of Cagliostro, there's so much there to unpack, and I'm excited to see Ren's answers, what they bring to the table versus this character specifically. We saw that with the 6 versus Zeta, having the answers there and showing that matchup, just the ability in that matchup. Now we're gonna see what Ren brings to the table here, and can Zombie make a reset happen so we can see Shin Grand Finals, so we can see the Grand Cypher take the penultimate flight. Grand Final CEO, it begins.
Yeah, this is for the belt. This is for America versus Japan. This is for it all. Zombie repping that North American PC Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. And of course, Ren still under the PGW flag. Let's get it. Grand Finals, game number 1. Here we go. Already
in victory.
Yeah, already starting out with the EX just to be able to start imposing some will, but picked wrong on the throw. Unfortunately, was just a bit too far away right there. And that's great for Ren because it's good damage, but also a great knockdown.
Yeah, that spike on cooldown. Trying to run through, but the splattered. The hitbox so huge on that. So nice teleport out, but the up back.
Yeah, I mean, okay, well, at the very least, Zombie got it out. But again, okay, Ren has just some sort of instinct on when to hit that potato ball. Now, Zombie, to be fair, has been getting away a lot versus other people with doing 5H spike into immediate trap, which there is a gap in between. Ren just exploited that gap. Oh, and Ren is also exploiting her dome piece right now.
Okay,
catching the throw.
You put the jump to beat the heavy, and that's gonna be great damage for Ren. He's gonna put in the corner. Nice tech on there, but still Zombie at the mercy. Okay, heavy slash. I like that low committal, but not getting caught in the trap.
Can't punish the Blanca ball, but I mean, you know, you at the very least want to take a turn back. However, Ren making that air-to-air work perfectly. Gonna go for the mix-up on this one. And then, okay, teleport right here. Got into the web. Hold on.
Damage, gotta watch out, but there's still a reversal ready to go. Nice blocks. Put the jump out again.
Oh, there it is, the chip damage on that one. Yeah.
Charlotta's jumps are just insane. So that potato's got hops, and it's so hard to stop. If you don't have a DP, even then, you can get blown up. So having to commit to like a 2-seat or hoping a trap is available to stop her might not be enough. So we'll see how well Zombie can keep her from just playing that jump game. But that's a great start with the big damage.
Yeah, I mean, Ren had looked so incredible in that game right there. I felt like Zombie actually couldn't figure anything out. And hold on, Zombie's unable to pick the right options to be able to stop Ren from even jumping at this point. Tries to use the teleport, but immediate Holy Ladder. A labbed option, evidently.
That's the thing you gotta show, right? You want to teleport out, it's not gonna be free. Oh, that's gonna
finish the wall, that should do it, yeah.
With the bounce, spin right through, slicing through the competition. Ren, 3 rounds straight in this grand finals and not looking to stop anytime soon.
No, not looking to stop, not looking to slow down, nothing. As it just seems so difficult. The throws are getting tech, the defense is there, the webs are doing basically nothing.
Yeah.
Zombie is having a hard time making something happen in the air, but a beautiful air throw on reaction to the clash there. Looking for the most optimal options in clash situation. Oh my god, you have to be kidding me, bro.
Even with the in-air, so ready afterwards to find the EX Holy Ladder. And now just, again, Ren full steam ahead. EX ball's now gone. Zombie putting that pressure. Found a way out, but what did they get from this? Not much, as Ren is going back on the offense.
Trying to catch Ren walking forward to get him into the web, but yeah, he's just blocking the rep, right? Like, you know, I can just block this, it's not a big deal. Still has the rock up, but got to deal with the demon flip. I'm really surprised that Zombie did not react to it.
Zombie's just trying to make that space. They're just trying to have some room to deal with it, but Ren is just taking this methodological approach, moving forward, but Zombie answering back with his own teleport to get that space too.
The problem is this an answer back? Because Zombie does not have the life lead, and time is going to start ticking, right?
Okay.
Oh, well.
There you go. Doesn't get the second trap, so there's no it's pretty much even at this point with a slight advantage, I think, going to Zombie, but oh my god.
Oh, but the jump am just barely above the Blanca ball right there. Was looking for Holy Ladder, so didn't actually press anything. But again, delayed throw tech 5 bells. Demon Flip comes out, but that's going to be a punish on it. And Zombie is going to get some morale back as he puts one on the board.
That patience paid off. Playing from behind for so long. Saw the fruits of that work go through. Now Zombie on the board with the round. Nice just jump there from Zombie, putting Ren in the corner, but the delay on that slash is beating out the 2H. Again, the difficulty of a matchup like this.
Okay, got the rock going right now, and there it is. That's the mix-up, though. That's the problem. Will Zombie keep doing that over and over again, or will he actually like try to press forward? So Ren could not guess. And the one thing I think that's really helping Zombie right now is he's finally starting to get an idea of when the potato ball is actually going to get like come out. The close H wall hit. Holy Ladder should be the knockdown on this one. Oh no, was too far away.
I like that setup though, realizing that, going for like a little trick with that.
Tried to 2H, yeah, wanted to 2H that jump. Unfortunately, did not get the call properly at the time.
What's the next? What's the setup? What's the play? Run up and the teleport reaction, but doesn't get the full combo.
Oh, no, and then unfortunately did not react properly. Not a lot of life for Zombie, so that should be an easy punish with the far 5H. And Ren taking game number 2 is already up 2-0 right now. But Zombie, I think we've got signs of life. I think we've got an attempt at being able to make it happen. And the crowd is bringing it too.
They're bringing that energy. They want to see Zombie move. Make this count. We don't want to end with 3-0. We want to see Grand Finals go the distance. Zombie has the potential, has the power to do so. Give him your energy, but Ren siphoning that for himself already on a big start here.
Yeah, it's really a matter of trying to figure out how he gets back into that pensive situation where he's patient enough to be able to like kind of weather the storm that is Ren, right? It's been super hard though because it feels like Ren is just picking all the right offensive options to make it so that's never possible. I mean, he's not even feeling comfortable trying to anti-air Demon Flip at this point.
Like every answer's shown that, you know, Ren has found a way to challenge everything. Knocked down off of the EX there, gets a grab, and now that damage starts to add up little by little. Oh, the neutral jump!
Yeah.
Oh my goodness!
Normally that jump would get caught by any other character, right? But Charlotta, she has a pretty funky jump, so.
Okay, the shimmy there, Zombie doesn't bite, but one hit here. Oh, again, what an answer! Universal overhead.
Correctly, Ren currently on a tournament point. Zombie's got to take a big, deep breath. Dig deep.
Will this be the end of the ride? Will Ren sweep his way to the championship? Holy Ladder stopping Zombie's momentum. Holy Ladder again, there's
no punish.
No punish on it. That's a little scary. There's the teleport, there's the challenge, but Ren's blocking.
Just trying to keep that block stun going. Not going to be able to get as much shit as he likes, but what a dragon punch there, the Holy Ladder. Gonna go for Demon Flip. And then, okay, that's been such a strong option. Finally got it. Gonna be able to get full conversion off this. Skybound Art is not yet available, but you don't want to use it yet anyway.
God, Red on the back foot, but the gap gets called out, and we see the Skybound Art. Overhead, nice block.
Trying to go for the teleport. Unfortunately, the throw, and Ren has now got the killer instinct running forward. Got the low, trying to fuzzy out. Oh my god, so scary right now. Just the 5-0 pressure, not trying to put himself in any sort of precarious position. And he is just putting chip damage on the board, putting these webs on the board. But the jump back from Ren. And oh my god, the anti-air into the 5-8 super! Zombie alert!
Not out yet. The crowd on their feet here, cheering for Zombie to get a game on the board and keep this going. But Ren show no signs of stopping, already pushing forward. Gets caught by the spear, nice teleport out, and the big, nice little combo there from Zombie. Having Ren in the corner here with the jump out and the punish on the 5U.
Gonna be able to get knocked down here for Ren, and that's pushed over to the corner right now. The overhead is the mix-up, meaty 5H2. And okay, while Zombie finding the way to get out, has set up the webs as well. Gotta be looking for that Holy Ladder at some point. Now the Holy Ladder is active, excuse me, it was just a little bit late.
Okay, cross up, big throw, Ren with the life lead. One big combo, nice block. Zombie not falling for the universal overhead, but has to watch out because good jumps are coming to you right now.
Yeah, we're really looking for anything right now, but the 5H on the air, no matter what, Ren is always at the ready, even if the potato ball whiffs, right? Trying to get that far end.
Oh
my God.
EX goes out, but has to watch out. Skybound Arter is available, any gap. Ren activates, they go through. Zombie has to be careful.
Oh, that's just gonna do it! And Ren takes it off of the air-to-air. Such an incredible reaction, breathing a sigh of relief. And oh my God, I gotta say, Ren was looking damn near unstoppable the entire tournament.
With a 3-0 sweep in grand finals nonetheless. Your champion all the way from Japan, Ren, taking CEO from the winner's side. There's the championship belt, his reward for a hard-fought battle. Give it up for Ren.